Morning, folks. Smash the like button, get your predictions, all that good stuff in. We got 2 watch-alongs today, intro business, and we get into everything, man. Let me shut up. Say what you want. I got the best intro on YouTube. Smash the like button.
I think it's like
People, Deluded, I'm back again. First things first, big up you lot. I hope you're doing well and safe. It's the 1st of December, so new month, new blessings. Happy Sunday morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on whatever time zone you're operating from. As you can see above my head is Chelsea against Aston Villa. This is our first of technically 3 live bits of content from myself. The first of 2 watch-alongs, better yet. After this, we will be watching Liverpool against Manchester City. But first thing off is Chelsea against Villa. Naturally, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I hope Chelsea lose. I must admit, though, I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. Again, football's a funny game. Aston Villa's form has been on the floor. Just before I went online, and I could be wrong, but just by looking, I think the last time Aston Villa actually won a game was in October. Unai Emery's men are struggling at this moment. Sometimes when a team's in woeful form, it could be a potential banana skin for, in this case, Chelsea. I'm not going to look beyond Chelsea. I think they're going to handle business today, people. But come on, Aston Villa. You know, Ollie Watkins seems to do quite well against Chelsea, so maybe he bags today. I don't know, people, but it is where it is. Big up yourself, C, appreciate you. Nathan, you're part of the furniture, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. One love. DG, have you watched The Last of Us? What shows would you recommend me? I haven't watched The Last of Us. You know what? Yeah, I haven't really sat down and watched TV shows in a hot minute, my boy. But for me, if you ain't watched it, again, I'm no one to give advice, but I would say The Wire, Breaking Bad. What's that one with my man? And he's like an accountant. Ozark, Queen of the South, sick. Yeah, that's the ones on the top of my head. Shout yourself, man. Happy December, right back at you. Low key, I need a Villa win. I mean, I would love Villa to win. I can't see it, though. Obviously, I'm not a fortune teller. Football's a funny old game. I just feel they're struggling. And I know they're struggling as an Arsenal fan because I'm not seeing Sky Sports. I'm not seeing Arsenal fans say, oh, maybe sacking Emery wasn't the worst of ideas and all of those kind of things. Again, if I bring the lineup, in fact, before we look at the lineup, looking at the statistics, Chelsea are winless in their last 3 Premier League meetings with Aston Villa, losing 2 and drawing 1, last having a longer such run against them between February of 06 and December of 07. Aston Villa have won their last 2 Premier League away games against Chelsea, as many as their previous 21 visits. So Aston Villa's form is on the floor, but Chelsea don't typically do well recently against Villa. Just 41% of Chelsea's Premier League points this season have come in home games, which is crazy. They're better on the road. Aston Villa are winless in their last 4 Premier League games, losing 2 and drawing 2. They last went 5 without a win between May and August 2022. Aston Villa have scored both a league high total and shares of Premier League goals via headers this season. So Chelsea are going to have their work cut out, people. And again, looking at Aston Villa's form, October was the last time, you know, they won where they beat Fulham since in the Champions League they won, but that was the Premier League. You know, since then, obviously they won against Bologna in the Champs, but they drew against Bournemouth. They lost to Crystal Palace in the League Cup. They got battered 4-1 against Spurs. They lost to Club Brugge. They lost to Liverpool. They drew with Crystal Palace. They drew with Juventus. And obviously we're seeing what's going to happen today, innit, people? In relation to the starting lineup for the home side, Chelsea, you've got Sanchez, Fofana, Colwill, Cucurella, Neto, Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. Big test for Enzo, if I'm honest with you, because obviously, you know, it's a long season. The manager, every manager, but in Chelsea's case, Maresca's got to be cute and clever. But as a non-Chelsea fan, it felt like they finally found balance with having a Cole Palmer in the team and all their great attackers. And, you know, Caicedo and Lavia just complement each other a bit more. They're very tenacious. Obviously, Lavia's a bit more of a passer. Caicedo's finally adjusted. And again, every manager says this, but when I listen to Maresca speak, he seems like he's very keen on having defensive and offensive balance. So there's always a player that misses out. He typically has said that around Enzo Fernandez, who's obviously starting today and in the graphic, and he said that about Christopher Nkunku, who's also on the bench. Cole Palmer is sick. Jadon Sancho's a good player. Nicholas Jackson's finally getting his flowers. On the bench, you've got Jorgensen, Tosin, Banasile, Vega, Gusto, Madueke, Mudryk, João Felix, and Christopher Nkunku. Spare a thought for Reece James, who's picked up another injury. For the visitors, the villains, aka Aston Villa, Martinez, Cash, Konza, Paul Torres, Luca Dean, Philogene. I didn't expect to see him start. Telemans, Kamara, McGinn, Morgan Rogers, very talented young lad, and obviously Ollie Watkins. On the bench, you've got Olsen, Carlos, Mings, Mason, Borgard, Barkley, Buendia. Boy, remember when some fans used to say he was better than Odegaard? Leon Bailey and John Duran. Spare thoughts for John Duran. You just can't buy a start, really. So for me, I'm going... You know what? I say 2-0 Chelsea, but I just feel Chelsea will, they're a bit like Arsenal in that they'll concede an idiot goal. So I'm going to say 2-1, but a convincing Chelsea performance, 2-0 for at least 70 minutes, in my opinion. Little brain fart, Villa probably score. Of course, I hope I'm wrong. Caicedo right back to invert, kiss my teeth. Villa are winning this match. It'd be lovely as an Arsenal fan seeing us do our job yesterday. Hopefully it's a good hate along, if I'm honest. Obviously, the fact that, again, and I don't want to keep waffling about it, but the fact that Villa's form is woeful at the moment, that could be a spring in their step. But again, football isn't one on paper, but on paper, I'm sure the bookie's favourite's probably Chelsea today. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Arsenal should do the scummy and throw a 70-80 at Nkunku. What do you reckon? 70-80 though. I like Nkunku, but 70-80, bro. If we're going to say that, then you might as well just, if you're going to say 70-80, mainly focusing on 80, you might as well just find the extra couple mil and just bring me Gyökeres. Or I don't think 80 million gets Isaac, and I know he's injured again and has got injuries, but surely an 80 million bid, it tests the waters, it gets people having conversations. I'd rather go for them. I like Nkunku, have him at Arsenal, another one that picks up injuries, another one that's versatile, can play everywhere. I just don't think you don't fit the... Maresca's on this, I need to get points thing. Like, again, there's a lot of games to go. And, if Chelsea get Champions League, there's bare games and whatnot. But I just think Maresca's on this facts over feelings things. And right now, obviously, I feel Enzo of recent, when he's got chances, he's taking them. But you weren't in the team because it didn't make sense at the time. And Nkunku, you're not in the team because it doesn't make sense right now. It just don't make sense, really, And Nkunku, Maresca said he's like, and Nkunku's best position is as a 10. Obviously, the creative hub. If we don't get hung up on positions, and 10 is the chief creator, right? That's Cole Palmer's bread and butter. That's his team. That's his thing. Better yet, in relation to this. So you're not getting there unless a madness happens. Nicholas Jackson's form is wavy, and he's more of a traditional kind of number 9. Obviously, he can play out wide, but clearly the manager doesn't rate you playing out wide ahead of the Madueke, the Sanchos, etc. Mudryk's form in the Conference League's probably got him on the bench again. Chelsea got good players, and Reece James is the only one that comes to my mind, but there's definitely a couple of Chelsea players that are kind of missing, in my opinion. So, yeah, man. Enzo looking hella zesty. I must admit, I just think he's looking normal, man. I think you're seeing things and projecting things there, Goats, man. Like the guy, man, like you can see the turkey teeth there, but yeah. Emre 451, if he sets up like he did against us in the first half, he might do something, but more likely to brick it because it's not us. There you have it. I don't trust Emre, man, because even like when we was going through the results, they got battered against Spurs, and Spurs deserve to win. But if you remember, like Aston Villa were actually holding it up in the game for a sec, and then it just went down the toilet. We'll have to see what's going on, man. It is what it is. Has anyone deeped how weird Enzo's smile is? Gosh, you're moving mad. Like, why are you so hung up on the man's looks? Obviously, I don't care about Enzo because, we saw the little chants and the racism thing. But, yeah, like the guy is just part of the graphic, man. Nkunku is assistant player, great at Leipzig. Not sure if Chelsea's assistant for him. Not worth 70-80. To be fair, you could say every player is assistant players, but I generally hear you. I just think right now you're not the guy, really. And I remember when Chelsea signed Christopher Nkunku, there was a lot of hype. I'm sure, I could be wrong, but I'm sure he was one of those signings where they technically signed him when the window was closed, and he was either arriving in January or the summer. It's just there's bare players there, and Chelsea are still linked with strikers. I definitely feel they're looking for one. So it doesn't mean Nkunku's out of stuff, but if they sign another striker, You'd imagine they're going to get someone better than Jackson. So Jackson might get demoted. So that further rules out you playing up front. Form and stuff can change. But right now, you're not a preferred option out wide. Cole Palmer's bread and butter is that creative hub. So that's a myth. DG, please support Spurs. Shh, I'd rather stop watching football, mate. What the hell? It's stressful enough being an Arsenal fan. I see a Liverpool-Arsenal title race this season. I don't know if Arsenal in the title race. A few weeks ago, it was all over. I don't look at the league table. I don't pay attention to narratives. You know, of course, I would love Arsenal to win a Premier League trophy during this Emirates era. But then I look at what is a Premier League, a title race. What is a title race? Because in life, you have to fall in love with the process. In many ways, seeing my players get better and better, seeing us score from set pieces, seeing how the Sakas, the Gabriels, the Salibas, the Odegaards, the fan support at the Emirates and away from home, in many ways, that could be defined as winning a league. So, yeah, PR, FC in live in full effect. I think he fits lovely in our system. Him and Havertz can fight for the 9. I'll have Nkunku, but nah, it's a no from me, man. I want a ready-made striker, man. I kind of want a specialist. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but that would be the Gyökeres, the Isaacs. I want someone that's a forward, man. If you could get Nkunku on top of that, fair play. I'm surprised Nkunku hasn't been killed by the media for his balloon celebration for obvious reasons, man. Saka is a robotic player. That's great, man. I'm happy with that robotic stuff. Scoring every week, assisting every week. Great stuff, man. I'm here for this. I hate Liverpool fans. They could be 20 points clear and still say they're not in the title race. Like, what the hell? I still think Foden clear Saka. That's great. Foden clear Saka. That is absolutely great. Some of you see my TikToks. That's great. I'm happy we've got Bukayo Saka. He's making the difference. 10 assists, however many goals. Scary thing is he's only 23. But hey, I'm not at this point. And as I say, Arsenal fans, if they think Jadon Sancho, Diallo, Mason Greenwood or Mason Techwood, we don't even condone what he did. Who else is there? Mudryk, Sancho, Foden, Palmer, you know, Diallo now. All of these names, if they're better than Saka, great. Let's go. They can clear Saka. They can pass the eye test. They can do everything. Big up the star boy. The balloon celebration was playful. Martin, it is. But you know how crazy it is. You know how the media are. DG forget Nkunku come from Madukes, Saka's depth. The saddest thing is, sorry people, let me turn on my TV. The saddest thing is, I like Madueke. I don't think he's the guy, but he wouldn't be the worst option. And at this moment in time, if I keep it 100% honest, like obviously it's Kai Havertz, Saka, Martinelli / Trossard. Beyond that, like, would Madueke at this moment, with this current version, would this Madueke be a worse option than Gabriel Jesus or Raheem Sterling? Probably not. And I always say this with Madueke. One, I think he does too much at times, but I think he's, if I'm honest with you, I think his shelf life at Chelsea has been a lot longer than I thought. And I actually think he's got a good mentality. I think he believes in himself. Like, I think that's one thing. The light's gone off, people. I need to fix this, man. I think his mentality. I think he's looked at it and like, yeah, Chelsea are gonna buy this guy, that guy. This guy's cold, but I can do a thing. I think if Mudryk had his level of mentality, he'd be a lot better. Unfortunately, Spurs are playing because I can hear their fans making bare noise. The joys of living in the Spurs stadium, people. All right, that's the TV on. Let the games commence, people. Let me sit myself back down. Let's go, man. But yeah, like, Arsenal fans, this is an urgent appeal. Stop debating about Bukayo Saka. Let them talk. Because we see what he's doing week in, week out. We've been seeing it. They'll bite their arm off for Saka. You think Pep wouldn't take Saka right now? Foden's chilling on the bench. Foden can have you. Oh my God, you're great in training. You're great in the tight spaces. You got a wonderful left foot. Generational talent, Phil Foden. Do some generational shit, bro. In fact, forget that. Back your mum. Yeah, it's that way. But away from that nonsense and that playfulness, people, Aston Villa are kicking off at Stamford Bridge. It looks like a packed Stamford Bridge. Come on, Villa. To be fair, I got no skin in this game, man. I'd obviously naturally rather Chelsea lose, but I'm not on cheering on Emery. I know he's not going to do it. And to be fair with you, I said this before, like, I don't know what Arsenal fans upset the following fan bases, but I genuinely want to know, when did Aston Villa, Brighton and West Ham become Arsenal's rivals? Because they seem to think that we're in something with them. We're proper not. What the hell's going on here? 5 minutes. What the What the hell's going on with the timer? That's weird. Let me close OBS. 2 secs, folks. Right, we're there, people. I don't know what was going on there with the timer, but we're off. Again, it's probably about 5 seconds off, people, on my watch. Apologies. Some things just don't go to plan A. It is what it is. But yeah, it's Aston Villa against Chelsea. Again, things are not going to plan. Hey, I know it's Sunday. Come on. I need to find my warranty for this light, man, because, yeah. But forget all of that. That's what I'm saying. He's a bench player at best, in my opinion, especially with us having Neto, Sancho, and Felix too. Even João Felix, yeah, you're right, but for what it's worth. But even with João Felix, you're another one that I think's got all the ability in the world. But like, you can play everywhere. What are you? And what are you? Are you a striker? Are you a left winger? Are you a right winger? Are you a 10? And then you can play elsewhere. And then how do you fit into this? Clearly, Chelsea like him. They brought him back. Saka is clear of all these frauds. Don't let Twitter talk change your mind. They only tried to rattle us. Villa probably getting cooked. Villa getting cooked, man. I'm counting on Villa. We got to stay second. It's not going to happen, man. Tony is getting 150 bags in Saudi. I don't know why the club didn't get him when he was available. I must admit, yeah, not saying that it's the wrong decision for Arsenal to go for Tony, but you was linked to not go for Tony, but you was linked with Arsenal. You was linked with Man United. You was linked with Spurs. You was actually even linked with Chelsea. And I'm not saying that these clubs shouldn't have signed him, but is there when it feels so obvious that his contract was running down, he was talking on any blog or podcast that gave him a chance, like, you couldn't have made it clearer that you want to cut. But when it feels that you're so obtainable and you're so likely to leave a team and none of these top 6 teams went for you, is there something that these lot know about Tony that we don't? Is there something that put him off that we don't? Good player, great. And to be fair, I'm sure if you ask Tony, he would prefer to be playing in the Premier League, but like, you're getting peas, like you're getting serious tax-free peas. Like you was already getting a lot of money, but yeah. Because let's deep it, boys. If we get a top striker and guaranteed in first team football, where will Havertz play? Because putting Havertz in centre mid is dry, and he can't play second on his wage. I hear it, but at the end of the day, yeah, I think you're right, but I think that'd be a dangerous way for Arsenal to go about things, not signing a striker because you got Kai Havertz. And yeah, you're right about the wages. But surely if we aspire to be Man City or teams like that, then we are going to be in a reality where there is squad players that are on handsome wages. But yeah, man. And to be honest, even on that, is it probably more feasible that Arsenal find a level raiser left winger, someone that's doing what Saka's doing, and then Kai continues up front? Maybe get a secondary striker. Jadon Sancho's done well there. I mean, his teammates let him down. Who was that? Why did you hoof it? Enzo Fernandez of all people. Why did you hoof that ball? There was no need for that. I think Levi Cole's a quality defender. He does some silly stuff, prone to some bozo moments, but he is a top player, but he's going to be a top centre half, man. But yeah, can't lie, Aston Villa could be in here. Fofana's done very well. I'm not going to lie, it feels like there could be goals here. DG with the Wenger style diplomatic non-answers. You got to do that, man. Kai will play left 8 if Isaac comes. Kai will do a Bergkamp play up top, playing the 10-8. Tony would have suited Chelsea, in my opinion. They've always done well with strikers that can hold up and are physical and score goals. I think for Arsenal, and I don't have any evidence, I don't think they like Tony, and I don't mean that from a footballing point of view. I think they like him as a footballer. I don't think they like him as a person. Why? I don't know. I just don't think they're convinced. Tony would have been good for our system. He probably wouldn't have done what Saka did yesterday and gave Odegaard the penalty. Lavia, another one who's quality, man. Some of you lot remember me. I wanted him the summer we signed Declan Rice. I wanted him and Rice, but didn't happen. No coincidence. He's fit, puts a bit of run of form together, and Chelsea enjoying the fruits of his labour, really. Chelsea fans, though, you tried to say Fofana was better than Saliba. You lot were shameless on that one. Pedro Neto, a man that should probably have been at the carpet, if I'm honest. He wouldn't have scored that screamer against us. We'd have had an extra 2 points on the board. I'd take Jamie getting from Dortmund on the left. He scored a goal yesterday, innit? Quality player. But the problem with them, man, now, Dortmund are going to charge you an arm and a leg already. Would you take Chris Wood? Why for that? But nah. On a short-term deal, yeah, but it's nothing to do with him individually because I like him, but we need someone with a bit more longevity. Yuri Telemans. I feel like I've watched you my whole life. Poor from Morgan Rogers. What do I know? He's a completely Spanish man. The touch was poor. To be fair with you, I do think Cole will fouled him, but it was a baggy touch by Morgan Rogers. Quality player. I know this is not how life works here, but when I look at Tyler Diblin, when I look at Morgan Rogers, two different players. I want one of these British youths, man. If I'm honest with you. DG Villa fans are Emre Spartans. They read out for him because of how it ended at Arsenal. They're mad. Emre's good at teams with no... I don't want to be disrespectful to Aston Villa, but that's Emre's thing. Teams with no real... I don't want to say ambitions, but where they're not expected or there's not going to be pressure to win trophies. That's Emre's thing. Cole Palmer's pass saved by Jadon Sancho. It's been a good start to the game, but neither team's really had the ball in threatening areas. We haven't seen either keeper make a save. Edward, shout at you. We all hope Chelsea lose, but I don't think they're losing today, if I'm brutally honest with you. Look, what's a title race? Trust me, I don't understand what a title race is, man. Yeah, I'm not involved, man. I'm not involved. 3-2-4-1 from us on the ball, 4-4-2 off the ball. I believe it's it. Glad Maduki is dropped. What did Madueke do to you? Ooh, brave from Cucurella. Chelsea could be in here. There's a Villa man down. Oh, Nicholas Jackson's back. It's a very good finish from Nicholas Jackson. Very good instinctive finish. More important than the finish. Well, there's nothing more important than the finish because the goals made the difference. But credit to Cucurella for his involvement. There was a man down from an Aston Villa perspective. I don't think it was a foul. That didn't take long. They tried to gas this Filagini, but just because he was doing Rabonas for Hull and that. Dead. You're not ready, man. You're not ready. Good passage of play from Chelsea, to be honest. I'm not sure if VAR will have a check, but there can't be offside. Pedro Neto's floated the ball in. It's been headed out by Aston Villa. Lavia's kept it alive. It was again headed out by Villa. Philagine's baggy first touch. To be fair with you, if anything, Cucurella should be equally hurt. Philagine's baggy touch. Cucurella's done very well to find Nicholas Jackson, and Jackson's done what he's been doing. Shout out Sancho for sponsoring it. Good passage of play from Chelsea. So very good finish. That finish from Nicholas Jackson won't be in any highlights package, but that's what you want from your striker. He just guided it with his left peg. It's kissed the inside of the near post and gone in. Simple business. And to be honest, Nicholas Jackson deserves that. Take this Filagini off, man. Emre, he's meaty, man. He's meaty, man. Baggy first touch. Cucurella should be hurt as well, if I'm honest with you. He got collapsed as well. But you lot can't make me think this guy's good. Big up DJ in the chat. Chill Sunday after last night's demolition. Amen. Shout yourself, Dane. I mean, that acronym of that, we're not happy. But it is nice to relax and watch football in peace and not kind of guide the conversation back to why we didn't get 3 points. Later today, after the watch-alongs, we'll go live and talk about Arsenal. I like Filagini. You're a good player, but you're not ready for this. And if you don't remember, when Villa re-signed him, there was all this talk about Barcelona wanted him and turning down Barca. Dead. Thought you were watching Amarin today. Pardon me. Later today, by myself, I'll be watching on a rerun. I'll be watching Man United just because I want to see. You know, I've watched them against Glyn. I've watched them against. Well, I'll watch them today. I watched them against Ipswich. Just a bit of scouting going into midweek, but I don't care about Emery like that. Chelsea, Aston Villa sounded better on paper, man. But yeah, Aston Villa are a goal down. They're not out of it yet, but boy, and to be fair, but Maresca's done his homework because the passing lanes when Aston Villa are trying to build out from the back, they're in trouble. Martinez has done very well to find Luka Dean. Got a lot of time for Caicedo. Pedro Neto. I'm not going to lie, Aston Villa, if you don't get your act together, you lot could be out of this game within the 20-minute mark. Because the next goal is so vital. Look, there's no real options or passing lanes. It's back. Look, the defense of Villa can't get out of it. And if I was Luka Dean, I'll be so vexed at Emi Martinez because you're giving him some terrible passes. Aston Villa cannot get out their own half. Maybe it's just one of those things, but from what I see with Maresca, he's on that madman overthinking stuff. So I think it's a bit of a masterclass from him. Cucurella to Caicedo. Weren't the best of passes to Caicedo, but it worked. Colwill, Cucurella. I knew I should have put Nicholas Jackson in my team. Haaland, I don't really care about if City win or Liverpool win and all of that. If you don't score today, you're coming out the FPL. Because I saw I was third yesterday. All of a sudden, I'm eighth. I'm not on that. Aston Villa could be in here. No, they can't. That pass was horrible, man. Where is John McGinn? They need some legs in the middle of the park. But yeah, man, let's move on. Martinez meant to be the world's #1 keeper. Now, Martinez is a quality keeper, but he's not at ball playing. He's not. I wouldn't mind Nicholas Jackson at all. Sorry, he was linked with Barca. Hey, Brian, one love for the super chat, my boy. Where's that comment gone? Let me find it again. Sorry about that. Unpopular opinion: Kai is fine at striker and doesn't need to be replaced necessarily. You would literally have to be one of the best in the world to do better than Kai right now. One love for the super chat, and I don't want to diminish Kai Havertz because I like him a lot, but really, I disagree. I just think, if you could do what Nicholas Jackson does, not even trying to, not on a slight as Kai Havertz, if you can just do what the modern day striker is required to do, drop deep, all of that stuff, then I think we wouldn't worry. I do like Kai though, and I'm not one of them. If we sign a striker, Kai immediately is alienated because there's a lot of games still be utilized. Obviously, like a lot of you have said, he would have to play in midfield a lot more if obviously we signed the forward. I've got a lot of time for Kai. I've said this before. When I look at Kai Havertz, obviously, if you play well or bad, I can have praise or criticisms, but I think you're playing to your maximum. Of course, everyone can get better, all of that jazz. I think you're doing everything you can, like up front. You just ain't got them extra percentages. That's why we need a striker. And I think Arteta will have to find a compromise for his own philosophy up front. Because again, if being clinical was the prerequisite of being a striker in an Arteta system, you're not signing Kai, you're not signing Jesus. Eddie Nketiah is not getting a run out. Aston Villa are living danger. Oh, Emi Martinez, you killed Pau Torres. You need to buy him a beer because he's made your terrible pass look amazing and found Luka Dean. John McGinn, Luka Dean. Good bit of play from Villa. First time they've really got out of Chelsea's press. Chelsea suffocated them. Can they make it count? Horrible by Luka Dean. Even worse by Philogene. Emre, take my man off. That's Caicedo, you can't be waiting for the ref to save you there. Is there a pen shout? No. Big chance for Aston Villa goes missing. Caicedo on the edge of his own area, plays going on. He's looking at the ref for help. That's the only positive Villa have done so far in this opening 12 minutes. And they're having to deal with a counter-attack here. Pedro Neto's gone for a shot. Why don't you shoot like that against Arsenal, dickhead? Forgot his shooting boots. Anywho, people, I can't lie. Moreno is the Spanish El Nene. I can't lie. I think that's harsh, but I think Moreno's a decent squad player. Just come do your thing. There's no way a pen shout looking at that. Cole Palmer. Enzo Fernandez. Has he found Jackson? Jackson's onside. The flag stayed down. It's a bit confusing as to what's going on. The flag's gone up late. That's one thing I hate about the Premier League. You're confusing everyone. Would he have even been offside? Yeah, he is. Silly from Jackson there. Kai scores regularly for us, but he's no Haaland or Kane when they're on top patch. And that's the only thing with Kai. Kai is doing what he was brought to do to a degree. Like, we all know the centre mid thing. It's just, you're not going to get that couple extra percentages. The only way I'd be cool with not signing a striker is if you go and get the Saka on the left-hand side, someone that's going to get strong numbers and kind of mimic the Liverpool model they had when, historically on the clock. Ideally, I'd love another versatile wide man, and I'd love a forward, and then you got Kai in the mix. Got time for Kai, man. He's probably let's be honest, he's one of our more reliable players, and not that there's anything to pick from like that, but when you're naming Arsenal's team, of course, David Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Bukayo, Odegaard. Beyond that, or even with that, I think Kai Havertz is one of the first names on the team sheet. Jadon Sancho goes on a marauding run. Camara stops him. Morgan Rogers. It just looks like square pegs in round holes from Villa. See, I'm not going to lie, though. In the last few minutes, Chelsea are allowing Aston Villa to kind of play. Fofana's done well. I lied. Fofana, madman. You're lucky, Ollie Watkins should be bagging there. What was that from Fofana? Again, curse of the commentator. I was just about to praise him for great reading of the game there, and he just somehow ended up on his backside, and Ollie Watkins should have scored. As I said, the last couple of moments, Aston Villa are starting to ask some questions. Chelsea have done well. They've obviously taken the lead. They deserve their lead. The majority of the game is being spent in Aston Villa's half. Really, Villa only look threatening on the counter-attack. Other than that, it's plain sailings. But I won't quite say warning signs from Aston Villa for Chelsea, but they've given them A bit of warning signs to know that, yeah, you're not out of it yet. Fifana, you caught life there, you know, because even me, I'm a piece of shit. I was ready to run agendas. Cucurella, Jadon Sancho. I got time for Sancho, man. Bye. Appreciate that. Kai is better overall player than Haaland. Haaland doesn't make City stronger. He makes them weaker because he has no technique. They only signed him and then when I won the treble. And yeah, Kai, in terms of playing football, Kai's technical level is better. There's bare man that are technically better than Haaland. Haaland's almost like a traditional striker, but like, who else is Haaland? Bit disingenuous to Haaland to say that, but then again, I'm not gonna fight Haaland's case because that man's a pussy. I'll beat. Stay humble, yeah. Why don't you do a get back on Roy Keane for your dad? Morgan Rogers, I got time for this guy, man. Him and Levi Cole were in a bit of a battle there. Cole was lost out on that occasion. Villa need one more technician in the middle of the park, man, because where's the passing lanes? Watkins is a one-season wonder, I swear. Harsh. He should have bagged, though. Like, food and drink for a striker, he should have bagged. And to be honest with you, if I'm John Duran, I don't know why he signed a new deal beyond the obvious, more ching, but, like, I'm looking at Emre on the sub-bench, like, you never want to start, man. Poor decision-making. If you're going to be greedy, you have to bag. You have to bag. Arsenal FC, you need level raises, so Kai could either be a squad player or Teta can deploy him elsewhere. To be fair, Everton are moving to United. Is Everton at home at Goodison Park? Because that's naturally going to be the case. Can't lie, this game's been good, man. Philogene. Telemans, poor. Emre's done the galaxy brain thing, man. It's too technical, and that is a poor back pass from Cucurella. Fufana's got him out of there. I like Fufana. I just feel his body position a lot of the times is very, very awkward. Incredibly awkward at times. Cucurella. Jadon Sancho. Emre's high line is one of his issues, and once you bypass it, you can expose them. That's why when we lost at Villa Park last year, I was annoyed. So many chances. I hear it. DG, the sun is shining bright here in Bim. Come on, shout out the Bajans, man. Man, I miss Carney. I think he can go to the top. Where is Chuameka? Where is he? Is he gone on loan? Is he still at Chelsea? There's just too many bodies, and the managers. Don't want to say he's not keen on you, but clearly Maresca's gone in there and said, you lot are part of what I'm trying to do this season. You lot can stay and try a thing, but these are the ones. And to be fair, Chelsea need that. Like, obviously, Maresca and Arteta are not the same, but it has felt for a couple of times now for Chelsea managers. Not that there's been many where they've got to kind of play a bit of a game around who they play and who they don't. I personally think when Maresca walked in, they said, you know what? You can utilize the squad how you want, which I think is the right thing to do, man. Because at the end of the day, like, the manager needs to pick the players he rightly or wrongly believes in. In terms of action areas, 44% has been in Villa's, just in the edge of the area, 15% on the opposite end with Chelsea's, and 41% in the middle. So that tells you everything at this moment in time. Duran is better than him, though. But that's why football's a funny old game of opinions, because Duran could be better than him, but the one that has the decisions to play and not play players is Emre, innit? You see this at academy level. If a coach thinks, like, there could be a guy that is the best thing since sliced bread, but the coach thinks he's shit, you're not going to play. Likewise, there could be someone that's shit, but the coach thinks he's good, you're going to play. Unfortunately, fundamentally, football's just a funny old game of opinions. How did Watkins miss that? The happiest man in the planet has to be Fufana. What was that, big man? Watkins, that was a poor finish. It's like he's tried to give Sanchez the eyes. It's a poor one as well. And even a poor one, it's kind of hit Sanchez's lower leg. And again, I'm not a regular Chelsea fan. I don't a Chelsea watcher. Definitely not a fan. I think so I can't tell you nothing. I don't think Sanchez is the best of goalies, but it feels like Chelsea fans are never fully at peace with Sanchez and they're questioning him. And I'm sure there's many other areas they want to improve their team, but one that they would want to is the goalkeeper. Just by that, Villa need to ask questions of the goalie. John McGinn's done very well. Fufana's read that, surely. And yeah, he's done that. He's done a good battle. One thing I'll give Watkins, he is working the channels well, but it's dead. This ain't the thing, Emre, in midfield, man. Like you McGinn's square pegs in round holes. Camara's on the ball way too much for someone that can't do that. Teleman's just existing. Morgan Rogers is a good player, but it's one of them. You're just picking up the ball where you can and trying something. It looks like a bunch of individuals, or the experiment just ain't working right now. The only saving grace is it's still only 1-0. So yeah, if Martinelli was delivering, it'd be less of an issue. It's true, but he ain't. Kai is mid-bang average. Kai can be average. Like, I don't think Kai is a world-class player. You could be that. You're not the first or the last player that's average that's helped the team. I think even if we sign a striker, Kai would be in my plans as a manager. I just don't want to see Kai back in midfield, which is what we probably will if we get another striker. Unless we talk about Kai in the same or the same kind of reviews. Well, that's what I'd wish. You know, Kai, we talk about Kai's midfield performances in the same way we talk about him up front. And one thing I'll respect Kai for is in the second half of last season for our football club, I think you have a case to have been our best player. That was a great pass by Lavia. And if I'm honest, someone of Jadon Sancho's quality's got to do much better there. Got to do much better. He would have been offside anyways. Lavia is cold. Absolutely cold. He's a man that the only thing that can Sancho, you got to hold that run. The only thing that can shake Lavia is injuries. He just needs to stay fit and make up for lost time. Quality player. Quality player. Duran got the same place in the team as Trossard. He's best off the bench. I can't lie. I'll take Rashford at Arsenal 200k, 220 and send Jesus away. Zed, I can't lie. I'm moving a bit mad, you know. And Nkunku for 70, 80. Rashford for that. I like the illusion of Rashford, but are you going to turn it on? Sorry, cut the track. Telemans is moving mad. You're lucky Cole Palmer could not hit the target there. Telemans sums up. Wait, what? Is this a penalty? What the fuck? I don't know how. I don't know why. Or is it indirect free kick? I am unclear as to what's going on. Anyways, Yuri Telemans' pocket got picked by Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer had a shot. To be honest, it was spilt by Emi Martinez. To be brutally honest, I'll be real. It is an indirect free kick. That's a great call by the referee because technically it's hit Pau Torres' foot and then Emi Martinez has picked it up. To be honest with you, Villa can't complain. Those are the rules. You know, you don't know me. I'm the first to draw out referees. The ref's right. And this will sum up Aston Villa if somehow Chelsea are able to make something happen from this. It fully is an indirect free kick. Boy, I feel sorry for United on Wednesday. We are raw dogging them at the Emirates. I hope so we can shut these Man United people up, man. Empty barrels make the most noise. United fans, they do this. There's some good ones out there, but they just do this. All their players best in the world. Like they say, Arsenal fans are therefore special, but they've said Rashford is better than Mbappe. The next Henry is Martial / he's better than Mbappe. Lisandro Martinez is the best. This guy's the best. That guy's the best. Ref, come on, let's get on with this free kick. And there's a good effort from Cole Palmer. Probably reckons he would have done better. Emi Martinez spilt it. He's rapid and he's English, so he can comply with the English requirements. I mean, decision making for Rashford, though, man. Rashford on his day, or what if we was to look at Rashford's best moments on YouTube, 100%. But how many times are we going to see that over a thingy period? I just don't think it makes sense, man. I like him. I wouldn't be against it, but yeah. Wait, I'm confused what kind of rule this is. It's a back. You can't play a back pass and then the keeper can't pick it up. And technically it was. It hit the foot of Paul Torres. Emi Martinez picked it up. Fair play, referee. We still have not seen this taken, though. I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on here. I must admit. It's taking forever. People, don't forget to smash the like button and big up you lot on Twitch. It still hasn't been taken. Chelsea, you have to score now because you wasted everyone's time. Game of chicken at the moment. Cole Palmer straight into the wall. Lavia, is he going to get an opportunity? Aston Villa held strong on that occasion. That's never a foul. I can't lie. Cucurella, get up, man. There's no way on God's green earth that's a free kick. And is it about to be 2? Somehow it's not. To be honest, Aston Villa need half time. If I'm brutally honest, Aston Villa need half time. Big up DG. Yesterday was a movie. The connection between Odegaard and Saka is elite. Tell them again, it's orgasmic, man. Speaking of orgasmic, Trossard, I would say that Emerson free kick and Trossard's assist for Havertz, 2 best moments of the game for me, away from Saka just doing Saka things. And I think Trossard deserved that assist and that goal because he's been Arsenal public enemy #1 for a while. And bro, let's be honest, and I'm talking purely to Arsenal fans, that Trossard assist, even me, if Odegaard does that, we're waffling. If Kevin De Bruyne, Trent, Odegaard, all them kind of man do that, waffling about it. With Trossard's weaker peg, you know. And that free kick from Emerson, it shouldn't have stood. Don't know how the ref was right there and he said Rice didn't get the ball, but okay, mind games. Take nothing away from Emerson. We really let both their fullbacks score. Well, mad. What was it? 7? No. Yeah, it was 7 goals in 1 half, innit? Madness yesterday. Philogene. Get out of Cucurella's pocket, would ya? The only enemy to Chelsea is themselves. They do have that capacity, even though it's kind of been plain sailing and they do deserve their lead and they have been the better team. They do have that capacity to have a bit of a brain fart. I'm not sure what that was from Lavia and Sanchez, really, but nothing's going to come of that. Big up yourself, Oliver. As the man said, smash the like button. Who got the assist? Cucurella. Pedro Neto will give pursuit. Can't keep it on. I'm good, Hayden. Hope you're doing well. I remember Ben White scored last season against West Ham, I think. I'll be real, I can't remember. I remember Kai, assuming we're talking about the reverse fixture last year, I remember Saka, Kai, Trossard, Saliba, Gabriel, Rice. I can't remember when Ben White scored against them, man. Aston Villa win a free kick there. I wish we took a punt on Elise. Elise would have been lovely at the carpet, but how much games would Elise have got, man? Because Saka's not moving over to the left for you. You're probably the best on the right. Could have done a little bookie free roll. I love Elise. And I can't remember how much Bayern Munich bought him for, but it weren't the most blockbuster of fee. And we all know if he went Arsenal, Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool, whatever have you, it's, you know, the price tag. That always annoys me. I understand it, but that's always annoyed me. Yuri Telemans. This guy's just giving the ball away. Cucurella read that like a book, and Chelsea could make something happen here. Jadon Sancho's not really a winger, is he? He's not quite a 10. He's not quite a winger. He's just better in the little pockets, the short connective play. Last 7 games, Aston Villa have 3 draws and 4 L's. Mazzolini. And 1 clean sheet, technically. Hey, Emery. Palmer needs dropping. He's become medium. Sorry. Comes with the territory, man. And he's kind of been reverted back into this kind of more central role. And the man in question, he's found Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto, how long before you just put that on your left peg and absolutely leng it? Should have squared it to the edge of the area. It weren't the worst of decisions. You put a good ball into the box. I thought he would have passed that to the edge of the area where you had Cole Palmer and someone else and they could have unleashed that. How long do you reckon before Aston Villa lose Emi Martinez? The only thing that harms Emi Martinez, and his ball playing ability ain't the worst, but the only thing, in my opinion, sorry people, I'm still here. The only thing that harms him is he's not the modern day goal. Oi, Emi Martinez! Okay, forget it. You're not going Chelsea. Blood clot. Oi! Ramping. He almost spilled the ball into the hands of Nicholas Jackson. Jackson would not have scored an easier goal in, forget his Chelsea career, his professional career. Wouldn't have scored an easier goal since he was on the streets of Senegal, mate. Emi Martinez, curse of the... I would just... See what? Right on brand. I'm just talking about the ball playing. The fuck? That was like FIFA. You see when you click the screen too quickly and you press X? Hey, you're a lucky boy. You and Wesley Fofana, the luckiest men on the planet today. Ay. Aston Villa, you don't need to wake up, man. I got a lot of time for Emi Martinez. part of me up until recently. In fact, who's better, Emi Martinez or Raya? Because at traditional goalkeeping, I can't lie. Raya Martinez might be. He's got a debate. Obviously, Raya is one of them members where it comes to the modern day. And it looks like Emi Martinez is going to need treatment. He was holding his back earlier. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Oh, unfortunately, it's a nasty clash. I think Emi Martinez has caught Jackson. Jackson's caught him as well. It's a clash. It's an occupational hazard. Both entitled to go for the ball. What the hell happened there? Emi Martinez, I think you need a coffee. And then I think you need... Oh, the light went on. For fuck's sake. I apologize. I think you need a coffee. And then I think you need some Hennessy, my boy. Because you're moving mad. And someone needs to tell Jackson, wipe his head. He's got chalk on his head. Looks like a bird chat on it. I would say Wells number one. Raya schools him in every department apart from pens. It's an even one, man, because I can't be mad if people say Martinez is better than Raya, but I like Raya, man. I think traditional goalkeeping, Martinez has a case to be a step above him. Raya could say he's better than him. I think the Raya's clear of him at all the modern day keeper stuff that's required, which I hate to waffle about that, but it is a requirement. Every goalie's got to be half competent with their feet. Oh, what's the ref going to do? What's going on? The ref's going to talk to Enzo Fernandez about the corner, bro. Let the man take the corner, man. DJ, I have an idea for content regarding F1 on Twitch. Is it possible you should verse other people's teams / players? Zim, big up Zims. We're trying to pattern that. Raya has the most underrated skill for a goalkeeper. Temperament. He's so calm and makes the whole team defend better, which is great. Raya is ridiculously calm. Almost too cool, calm, collected. Got a lot of time for Raya, man. And for me with Raya, mainly last season, I don't think there's obviously, like you said, he's a calm guy. As a professional footballer, you have to be able to shut up the noise from like the noise around your football club and just deal with the manager, kind of thing. And you can't listen to the opinions of others. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think Ramsdale caused anything or Arsenal caused anything, but Raya's got to have felt some, and Ramsdale as well, to be fair, when the two keepers were there, there's got to have been some sort of feeling around that with every save you make or don't make, the talking points. I think there's got to be a correlation with, you know, when it was just accepted the Ramsdale thing is dead, then him just getting better and better. Big up David Raya, man. Big fan of Raya. And I think, you know, if I'm honest with you, that man a couple clean sheets still. Like, even in the 5-1 win against Sporting, like, yes, when you look at the scoreline, it's a landslide and all of that. But when you consider the second half, when you look at the inner statistics, shots on target, and what we saw with our eyes, it was a much closer game. And, you know, there's many... Listen, when you win 5-0, all you really care about is the attackers and, you know, Odegaard put on a clinic and Saka doing this and that. But people forget Raya bailed us out. Not bailed us out's an exaggeration, but he had to make 1-2 saves in that game. We owe Raya some clean sheets, man. We owe ourselves some clean sheets because we've dropped off a level, in my opinion, defense. Even the 2 goals yesterday, take nothing away from the silkiness of who set up Wan-Bissaka, Soler, and obviously the run from Wan-Bissaka. And, you know, Emerson's goal was a thing of beauty. 9 times out of 10, that's not happening. Unfortunately, it did. But in what led to these, we could have done better. We should have done better. Sanchez, speaking of goalies collected, in some games, I kind of see Raya being a little stressy when he's on the ball. He's got to do that. The only time off the top of my head, where I'm like, Raya, what's going on, was against Bayern last season. I'm sure he come flying off his line for no reason. Nicholas Jackson does well there, really. Still holding on the ball, chasing it, running to blind alleys. Fernandez, Jadon Sancho. Oh, don't leave your leg. Sancho, what was that? If that's not a corner, what was that? I don't think Jadon Sancho's been given the corner. I thought Sancho would have got a penalty there. There was some very reckless attempted tackles. Kamara, you're lucky Sancho's honest, you know, because you see me, Robert Perez settings, my leg is flat. Oh my God, you fouled me. I need a pen. Marcus Rashford is bagged. Pick him up, man. I got time for Rashford and Sancho and Saka and Sterling for obvious reasons, people. What have you lot made of the game so far? We've got 56 likes. Can we get to 100 as quickly as possible? And yeah, whoever, big up you lot for keeping me updated. It's been confirmed. Everton are a goal down. Marcus Rashford has put United a goal ahead. Cole Palmer, Lavia. Shout out Joe Shields, man. You know that recruiting couple players from City's worked out well with Lavia and Cole Palmer. Or, well, they didn't buy Lavia from City, but you know, there's no coincidence. Joe Shields was at City. He was also at Southampton. Lavia went to those two clubs. Joe Shields gone to Chelsea. Lavia's gone over there. And I know it's harsh, but Arteta, man, you didn't know about Cole Palmer and that. We couldn't have bought him when he scored the banger against us in the Community Shield. Cole Palmer. That's a good pass to Enzo Fernandez. And it's 2-0. You're done. You're done. You're done. Safe, Villa. It's over. The racist shoot has scored. John Terry, be proud. Enzo Fernandez. I'm not quite sure what that celebration is, but, you know, maybe it's Eddie Nketiah inspired. I mean, I might be bang on with my prediction. Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. 70th minute, Chelsea to concede a little brain fart goal. 2-0, you're not out of it, but it's very difficult to get something for Villa now because you can't really see it. And it's take nothing away from Chelsea. It's another great move from them, but it's just sloppy from Aston Villa. It's one of their own doing. Chelsea's press has been very good. They've chased lost causes. To be fair, that was a good touch from Enzo Fernandez with his left peg to set it, and he just guided it with the side of his foot. Doesn't matter how they go in. But he's done that. And he's almost, I don't want to exaggerate and say he's fighting for his Chelsea career because he's not, but you could argue that you're not necessarily going to start Chelsea's next game. Emi had that too. He made that backline look decent for a few months. Yeah, listen, big up Emi Martinez when he came into the Arsenal team at the time. DG, would you take Douglas Luiz at Arsenal? Yeah, I would, you know. I wonder if that's something to explore in January. Once there's expectation, Emre falls apart. Don't ever compare to Mikel. Gent next door, tell them again. In fact, don't. We're tired of it. We're not going to do that. The only time they're going to gas up Emre again is, and there's nothing, no attack on Emre, is if we have another slump. That's, again, I said at the start, this is when you know Villa are in a bit of a woeful form because you're not seeing the Arteta versus Emre statistics and the comparisons and should we have let him go and blah, 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 and all of this crap. I'm not going to lie, though. I am happy to have got Villa Park out the way already. I wish we already played Liverpool. I can't believe Villa beat us twice last season, brother. Tell me about it. I don't know what's more frustrating. The Villa at home game. Villa could be in here. See what I mean about Chelsea and brain farts, bro? Chelsea and brain farts. Fofana's got them out of jail there. Chelsea and brain farts. I don't know what's more frustrating, as I was going to say. I don't know if it's Lavia can't be appealing the foul there. I don't know if it's the Aston Villa away game or the home game. On one hand, I think it's the away game because that was one of them. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. The home one, probably because of the context, that one there felt like, yo, the league's gone. And we should have killed the game in the first half. That's before we even get into the second. I told you this guy will brick it. Beating United is a must. Time to put Duran, Barkley, and Buendia in the second half. If Arsenal in the title race, then so are Chelsea. But hey, let Chelsea be in the title race. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what a title race is. In many ways, seeing Saka, you know what, he got 9 assists by this point last season. No, he got like 9 assists last season or something. He's got 10. That's, in my opinion, seeing the title race, seeing my players improve, seeing fans up and down the country buy into what's going on. Let them be in the title race. I don't look at the league table. I don't know what's going on. I just follow football week in, week out. Konza. To be fair, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Konza, but you ain't been the worst player on the pitch. True, Diaby was legit. Think they sold him because of PSR reasons, right? I don't know about that. Didn't they only have him for a year? I just think, I'll be honest, I just think Musa Diaby said, you know what, the bread's there. Let's do this. We're not in the title race. You must. You're in it now. You're in it. Because when it collapses for Arsenal, everyone's here. And to be fair, Maresca come out and said, Liverpool, Arsenal, City stronger than us. So we're not in the title race. You could take his words at face value because Chelsea are a team that wins trophies. And if it is mathematically possible and you pattern up what you need to pattern up, why not? In it, football life is about dreaming. But on the other hand, it could be, it could be mind games. That right wing isn't that good. What are you referring to? Villa or Chelsea? Cucurella. I mean, one thing's for sure, like Emre's got to change something in the second half or for the second half because like something's got to give, man. This is meaty, bro. Like no one's offering nothing. Like Philigine's not bringing nothing to the table. Probably got to change something in midfield. I know John McGinn frequently has played in the role he's playing in, but even that, you got to change that up a bit. Jadon Sancho. And if I was Maresca, I'd say, yo, Sancho, Palmer, you man could up the levels a bit, you know. Caicedo, Palmer's about to be free. Okay, Palmer ain't got his shooting boots on today. Oh, Martinez is done. He's doing that. Yeah, Villa, you're done. It might be 4, you know. If you can't take the heat, come out the kitchen. Emi Martinez. Konza. Matty Cash. Ooh. The press from Chelsea is suffocating Villa, man. They've bust case on this occasion. Let me not talk too much. Camera's done very, very well there, to be fair. Very well. This Philogene guy is trashy. You're not ready to be starting in that. I mean, Telemans is a bit of an idiot, you know. He rid one Pedro. Pedro now did very well defensively, by the way. You know, the ref played advantage. You should have just taken the foul. Jadon Sancho. What you don't want to do is concede a third. You need to get in at 2-0. But Chelsea might have other ideas. Nicholas Jackson trying to be too cute and clever there. Morgan Rogers losing the ball on a silly thing. Ollie Watkins. They need to get 2 strikers up there, man. I wonder how Ollie Watkins feels because regardless, you should have bagged. Man United are 2 goals up. Josh Rozerski scored. Rah, you know Everton are playing mad when he scored. Diallo forcing the turnover. Right, you lot gassing up high pressures and that. Beating United won't be easy. We got to win that game. No one likes losing to United, man. I transferred Palmer in and he's been dudding ever since. To be fair, got an assist. Exactly, game by game. That's where we're at. I hear it. Villa, like I do not care about Villa or Chelsea, but like I do care about the fans. You've made man travel from all the way down from Brum for a 1:30 kickoff on a Sunday. But pardon me. Hope the trains are still running because Villa, if you can see the third, there must be trains running from Euston back to Brum. Can't lose next week, DG. United is a social media derby. Amen. Zertsky in a 10 cooking. He's better at that creative thing. Chelsea have had 9 shots, 5 on target, 16 touches in the yacht box, and 60% of the ball. In contrast, Aston Villa have had 2 shots, 1 on target, 6 touches in Chelsea's box, and 40%. Boy, the 1 shot they had on target probably should have scored. Caicedo. Pedro Neto on this right-hand side looks to take on his man. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, that was a horrible cross. What happened to Duran? The guy's hype has completely died. He's on the bench. Damn, 2% win percentage for Aston Villa. Weirder things have happened, but it's about the performance. Like the performance you're seeing from Aston Villa, it can't give you confidence. Emre is being harsh, isn't it? I swear, Emi Martinez went like that to Emre. Emre is legally blind. I can't hear you. Camera gives it back to Telemans killed Ollie Watkins there, man. Scoreless between Tottenham and Fulham. Boy, what are the other results? Other fixtures? Obviously, Man United are winning 2-0, as are Chelsea. Yes, you're right. It's still 0-0 between Spurs and Fulham. And don't forget, later today, we will be watching Liverpool and City. Tuesday, you've got Ipswich versus Palace, Leicester versus West Ham. It's not the best of games, is it? Not the most exciting games. I don't think we'll be doing watch-alongs for that. Everton are hideous. United are back. They have to ask their fans, man. Haaland just hit the bar against the scum. Iwobi almost put them ahead. Come on, Iwobi, man. If I'm honest, I think. Listen, I hope Fulham win. I think Spurs are gonna do their thing, man. Apparently, Solanke turned up at the stadium and was told to go home by Postecoglou owing to illness. So yeah. City, Liverpool. Who would you want to win as an Arsenal? A draw would be perfect. You'd probably more want Liverpool to lose just because they're running away with the league. But I don't really care who wins, you know. And to be honest with you, I have to say, like, purely just based on City's squad, like their players. And it's not because I necessarily like Liverpool. I always want City to lose because it's City in it, like to have half a chance. It's 5 minutes of added on time. But I just find City's players so obnoxious, so spoiled, so pampered, so unlikable. And again, I look at the Invincibles, I look at the many United sides, I look at Chelsea sides, especially with Jose Mourinho. Like when you win, you're never, or you could say for any athlete, you're never universally liked, right? But I just find them so. Like sport is there's a level of sport that has to have as much. You don't know me, you don't follow me on a regular basis. I love shithousery, I love dissing the ops, I love all of that. Like I'm a cunt, like that's me in it. But to a degree, you have to have humility. You need to be humble. You need to go to war, like you go to war with your fellow opponent, and then you shake hands, buy a beer or whatever. Like there's that humility. I don't think that's in that City team. I just think they're so privileged, and I just don't like them. Like mainly because of the game at the Etihad. Bernardo Silva, Ollie Watkins, but yeah, Watkins, you need to go. Watkins should have 2 goals. It's not his day today. I just find them jarring. Bernardo Silva, a diva. Haaland, probably the biggest cunt of them all. So it's like you find yourself like, I'm a hater. You're right, man. Apologies for the swearing. It is Sunday. It is Sunday. R.I.P. Nanny. She's watching from heaven. She beat my ass. Sorry. Potty mouth. Ollie Watkins should have 2 goals. Regardless of everything we should be saying about City, it probably should be 2-2. About City, about Chelsea, it should be 2-2. Chelsea have near enough been perfect apart from that. And if I'm John Duran, every chance that Ollie Watkins miss, I'm looking at him like, Raji, got him on the bench and that. I wouldn't have went out like that. Liverpool being up by 7 would mean 3 results going our way to pass them, versus if City wins, they'll be on 6 points. It wouldn't surprise me if City go and win today because football's weird, but I think they might get put in a spliff. United 2-0 up, no Garnacho in sight. I know Garnacho's a frustrating player, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I do think some United fans overdo it. Like he's not rubbish. Is he frustrating? Should he be playing all these games? Probably not. But he's not dead. I'll take Garnacho at Arsenal. I'm not saying you're going to make the difference, so I'm starting you. I don't think you're a bad player. I think you're frustrating. Jadon Sancho. I think Jadon Sancho, I'd love to say to him, you know, you could be a beast, innit? Like, he just needs to be a bit more tenacious with it. And to be fair, I honestly think Chelsea need to somehow get Neto and Jadon Sancho as well, but Neto, Sancho, Palmer, get them and them in the game. How did Watkins miss that shot against us? I don't know, but even that, to be honest, the efforts and that effort you're referring to, the ones he missed against us was worse than this. I can see City getting the win today. Footy is funny like that. It is, but boy, the thing is, the City, if you try and defend how you've been defending recently against the Mo Salahs and co, it's gonna get ugly, man. You would take Garnacho at Arsenal, DG. Never say that again. The guy's a scrub. He can be a scrub, but man used to say Kai Havertz was a scrub. I don't think Garnacho's bad. You could be a rotationary option. Like Emi Martinez, you're moving mad. Aston Villa's playing out from the back. They're just losing it. And they're quite lucky that Chelsea are probably not as good as Maresca would like, because other teams put you to the sword, mate. Chelsea, Madueke on the bench for 2-0 up. Hey, fans got nasty agendas. Which Arsenal winger is Garnacho better? I don't think he's better than none. I'm just saying you could be part of the squad, bro. They like our bench ain't the biggest. You could be part of this thing. And whatever you say about Garnacho, he does have the habit of scoring. Like, I'm not saying I'll move heaven and earth. I just wouldn't mind him at Arsenal Football Club. Bit of an ugly guy. I don't think you'd sell to. I don't think we should bring you to the photo shoots and that. But like, yeah, Jadon Sancho on this left hand side against Matty Cash. Sancho gives it to the goal scorer of the second, Enzo Fernandez. You're gonna foul him, and okay, I thought he was gonna buy a foul there. Jadon Sancho up against Philogene. Doing too much, Jadon. Doing too much, Jadon. Doing too much, Jadon. Moving mad, moving drunk. Levi Colwill gets a whack for Jadon Sancho's nonsense. Sancho. 2 Chelsea players currently down, folks. Garnacho can't whip a free kick like Sterling yesterday. Oh, Lord. DG, Madueke, selfish. Come on, it's not an agenda. He is extremely selfish. He does have... I don't know him as a person, but he does strike me as someone that maybe thinks he's currently better than what he is. If I'm completely honest. Garnacho is a meaty pass, in my opinion, but that could have been down to Ten Hag's system. Garnacho to Getafe next summer. Dang. Bruno looks good. Might be back to his best. City need to park the bus with the form they're in. But if you can't defend, how can you park the bus? It's one where, of course, form, tactics, talking points, whether Liverpool or City win, lose or draw, all of that comes into it. And I don't want to sound like a typical British fan, yeah. It's halftime, by the way. But it feels like if I'm Pep, it's obviously you're going to do tactics. It's not a tactics thing. It's pride now. Like, it's pride now. Like, I know Pep he's playing the game that I do when you lot ask me about the league table and he's saying we're not in crisis in that, but it's pride now. It's all about pride. You've been getting embarrassed up and down the country recently. Everyone's writing yourselves off, but forget all of that. You lot are messing up your own thing to win a trophy. What would it be? 5 in a row. Where's your pride? Because this is probably, obviously, Liverpool typically do well against City anyways and do well at the Anfield anyways. And I don't think Arne Slot or Liverpool will be complacent. But they've probably never been more comfortable with the prospect of playing City than they are in a few hours. Mainly because of, in contrast, Liverpool's form, they've been doing their thing. But the main things with City, they can't defend. Like, football is a weird game. Like, it's played in the middle, but you got to defend and take your chances. And you know what the saddest thing is? When Spurs take not as much as I want to slander Spurs, take nothing away from Spurs. They battered City. But there was a passage early on in that game. City should have scored 3-4. But if you're not going to score 3-4 and you can't prevent 3-4 from happening, you're going to get sourced. Everton really need a season or 2 in the Championship. Yeah, this is the best time to play City. If Walker starts, the game is done before it's begun. Walker's turned mad. He's actually living up to his last name now. And we all knew, like, Kyle Walker Walker has a case to have been, one of the best defenders, right backs in Premier history if he was making your best Premier 11 and whatnot, even if he's not necessarily the most eye-catching of player. But everybody knows, or me, I've always thought Kyle Walker is like 5 and 6s across the board. One thing that's helped him is his pace. I don't think Kyle Walker's ever been a great defensive reader of the game like that. I think he's, like I said, 5s and 6s across the board. Everybody knew once he starts to lose his legs a bit, and obviously you would annihilate me in a foot race. Once he starts to lose his legs a bit, he's in big, big trouble. And you can see it now because he ain't got the pace to bail him out when he's not thinking. He's getting sourced anyways. City just I think they need new blood, new ideas, man. Like, again, I can never get at their players and what they've achieved. But on one hand, I feel when you've won all the things they've won and on a consistent basis, I do think it makes you hungrier. But at the same time, it's like, if you've got a play, if you're sitting at a table and you're always eating, you don't know what hunger feels like again. Like, you don't know what it feels like. I think they ain't got enough hungry players. There's a bit of an imbalance. Like, you've got the young Silvinos and Dokus and guys that need to kind of be taught and have their hands held. And Guardiola's doing his thing. He's probably the one exception. But you've got too many players that have won bare things, probably angling for new contracts or maybe even considering moving abroad or going elsewhere. I don't think they've got enough players that are hungry. Like, yes, Rodri's injury is one thing, but you have to, as much as, Rodri's a quality player, you can't replace him. Like, how far can you keep doing the one Rodri out means all of this? And then you have to look at Pep. Like, I think Pep is the best modern day manager I've seen. But if someone like him hasn't got a direct replacement for Rodri or hasn't got a contingency plan for Rodri, which this ain't something that we're seeing for the first time. Rodri's had injuries before, albeit not many. There's issues. I don't think they're hungry enough. I'm not saying it's any of these players, but Kevin De Bruyne's career is on the other side. Edison's on the other side to a degree. Walker is on the other side. Bernardo Silva, someone that's on the other side, always angling for moves away as well. And then you've got the young Lewises, Silvinos, Dokus. Guardiola different. I think experience-wise he's there, but he's on the younger side. I just think they need new blood, fresh ideas. I'm not saying they have to flush all. You can throw Gundogan in there as well. I'm not saying flush all of them out, but it just feels like something's got to give. Something's got to change, man. Emre hype died real quick. DG got gas with his meaty drillings yesterday. Who gets gas? We won the game, man. DJ from Barbados. Barbados and Jamaica. Barbados and Jamaica, mate. So, yeah, Independence Day was yesterday. We're leaving that there. What else have we got? Top Blues a hater, man. You tried to hate on me on Football Manager app, and DG, stop chatting on us now, please. Ain't no one talking on Chelsea. Ain't no one care about Chelsea. I'm watching the game. You want me to stop talking about you lot? Who's talking about you lot? DG, as a neutral, look, this is a Chelsea fan I actually tolerate. Top Blue, you're not involved. It's all love, though. DG, as a neutral, what do you think is wrong with our defense, i.e. Chelsea? To me, it's the two centre-backs off and on the ball. Sanchez isn't as bad, in my opinion. Cole on the ball rated. I just think Cole shows me that he's a talented... I think he's going to have a great career. He's already having one. He's a good player, going to be great. But it's the trials and tribulations. I look at him like I look at Gabriel Magalhaes in that good player, not so much now with Gabriel Magalhaes, but you've got unorthodox things in you. You've got little moments of madness. Fofana as well. Like, they're not switched on enough. I do think you have bad habits defensively. I do think both of them get guilty of not being in consistent communication. And I just think as a team, you're not quite there defensively yet. I think it's been a perfect half from you. Look, the only thing to be wary of if I was Maresca, I'd say, you know what, we could get some more goals here. And it's nothing to be alarmed per se around, but I would say as quiet as you've kind of kept Aston Villa, if I was Maresca, I'd just bang home the point to the team that football's a weird game. Like, Ollie Watkins should be on a hat-trick, arguably. Make sure that don't happen, because Watkins should have 2 goals. There shouldn't be a clean sheet for Chelsea right now. Yeah, man. DG, Villa very poor and Watkins is overrated. 2 open chances. I'll never kill a man for missing chances. It happens, and sometimes it's not your day, but if I was a Villa fan, this is not the day for you, Watkins, because I still would maintain Chelsea have been the better team, but Watkins could have, on paper, got them out of jail. They could have, somehow it could have been 2-2, which they're fortunate. And I can't just blame Watkins because there's so much problems. Like, Villa can't cope with the Chelsea press. They're not following runners. They're giving the ball away. Playing out from the back's a serious problem. They can't really get out of their own half on a consistent basis. Not asking nothing. And Chelsea don't even have the best of records at their own place, Stamford Bridge. They're actually statistically better away from home. But as much as we're watching Chelsea Villa, how much of this is isolated to this game? And how much of this has been the current climate for Aston Villa? Like, you look at their last few games, they've been woeful. So it's almost like same-ish, different toilet. Cole looks stiff when he plays sometimes and switches off at times. True. Cole has the Saliba build, but he's stiff on the ball. Emre has one eye on one trophy like before at Arsenal. That's dead though, man, because, you know, Villa, I don't know if they expected... I don't know if the expectation was to fight for a top 4 space. Pardon me, but they're making difficult work of it. Like, you know, the league table, everything's still near each other, but, you know, I would... God forbid, but I personally feel City, I mean, City's form, you never know, but City, Arsenal, Liverpool, I think they're shoo-ins for top 4. I actually think Chelsea might sneak it. I don't know if if Amarin can go on a run, United might as well. I think they might sneak it. So Villa, you're out of it now, isn't it? Really? So what are you targeting? Are you trying to do something in the champs? Are they still in the League Cup? They can't be. They could be. Are they still in the League Cup? I don't know. So what's the other trophy they're looking at? Emery got investment and his team looks worse. Some ish manager. They're in a bit of a patch at the moment. How do you correct those stupid sleeping moments from Fofana and Levi? Because playing them is not correcting it, in my opinion. We're just getting by. Do you buy an experienced centre-back? E.g. Saliba. You're not getting Saliba. I mean, it would help, you know, because if Cole had a little Thiago Silva, there could be that. I guess it's just got to be done on a training ground. But then again, to a degree, you're going to have to just learn on the job, man. Considering where we came from, I'm proud of the team. DG, I do bench Martinelli for Garnacho. DG, tell Gabriel to try that set-piece stuff against Martinez. These guys are shameless. How much times have we sourced Martinez? Like, man, I stopped taking in Lisandro Martinez hype when you held 7 or 8 at Anfield, bro. Like, Gabriel Saliba never going out like that. Not even in the van. Let me not even say, oh, good centre backs. Kivior's not going out like that. Them and there. Rob Holding, bro. Rob Holding ain't even gone out like that. Come on, man. Take your Rey Mysterio defender elsewhere, man. I want to hear about the butcher, man. He's always getting butchered. I want to hear about that, man. Don't worry, though, man. I'm not gonna reply to Man United. We're just gonna deal with you lot on Wednesday. Don't think I haven't seen the shameless. Oh, Diallo's better than Saka. Make sure you don't rock up with Johnny Evans. You know, I don't want to tell Uncle to drive. I don't want to draw out the legends. I don't want to draw him out. Tell your don't think Onana's gonna do that ball playing shit around here. You know, make hey, all I'm gonna say, make sure Kai Havertz is not left unmarked. Because if Kai Havertz pulls out to that right hand side near Odegaard and Saka and David Raya goes long, Lissandro, you're in trouble. We're not scared of your back three. We're not scared of no Bruno. Zertsky looks like that guy, man, from High School Musical. Push it to the limit, because we're in it to win it. Take these dancing and you know what I'm going to say elsewhere, man. Shut the fuck up with that United bullshit, man. Crashford. Big up Rashi. There's no Benjamin Wright Rashford, you know. There's big timber on Wednesday. It's long. Not even going to talk to you much, man. Why we don't send the little juvies out there as well, you know? Like, why we don't let Ethan and the young Lewis Skelly and them little demons just finish sucking on their mum's breast? The young savages. Be easy. I'm not talking on United no more. Empty barrels make the most noise, and all they do is talk, man. Like, stop talking on us. Go and deal with your own ends. City have bullied you lot. Liverpool have bullied you lot. Go and govern what you need to govern. Make sure you got your Amazon Prime subscriptions. And make sure if you got that, you're subscribing with Amazon Prime on Twitch. It helps the channel. Gassing up shit dons. Have you seen my son, Kobe Maino? It's going to get longer out there, Maino. There's some hitters out there. Uncle Jorginho might finesse them. Might not even send out the hitters. We don't rate you. We're going to put Declan Rice is going to play 8. Diallo, you know what Jesus ain't done nothing in the Arsenal shirt, but rumors say the lot is still sliding. I can't be scared of United. I've seen Eddie and Ketty and Tavares sauce you lot, man. Shut up, man. And you can say what you want about my team, and I'll eat the humble pie. Shout out to Bournemouth. Shout out to Newcastle. When we bought the top 6, what's happened? DG, what do you think about Sancho? He's really good. In a nice way. I think he plays within himself too much, man. Like I'd want to shake him and say, you've got the tech, bro. Be aggressive with it. It sounds dumb, but he's just there to kick ball. We're seeing why Emre can never make it at a big club. Bro, I've seen Tavares source these, man. I ain't taking that from United. Oh, I'm not having it, man. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about Joshua Zertsky. I like him. Like, come on, man. He's not on nothing. The minute he signed for United, rather than say, oh, I want to be in my own way. I want to be like Ruud van Nistelrooy, York, Cole, them man days. Like, bearing in mind he's 6 foot plus. He's like, I'm a 9.5. I like to play, mate. You're signing out. You're not on the beef thing, man. Allow it, man. Please stop, please. 3-0. Ahmad got an assist. Who scored the third? Let me look myself, man, because seems like that game's more entertaining. So why is that game kicked off already? Rashford's on a hattie. Pick him up. Who's a better coach, Teta or Emre? Well, I mean, on one hand, you have to you can't disregard history and look what Emre's done and all of that, and you could say him, but like, I think the modern kind of manager where it's become, I'd rather Arteta manage. Football is a simple game. If you can play, then play. Rashi's on the brace. Happy for Rashford, man. Urban Sideshow Bob. Zertsky's a good player, but you see, once you sign for United, and definitely when you play Arsenal, agendas. Levi had Silva last season. They said Silva was slowing him down this season as we found next to him. Trials and tribulations, man. And to be honest with you, if I was Emre today, I would say, you know what, we're fortunate that it's not more. And there is going to be a sub. Emi Martinez has been clipped. This keeper's, yeah, you're gonna get pumped. You see what I'm talking about? This is again. This is what I say this all the time. This is what I hate about the modern day. I hate substitutes that are not ready. Fair enough, as a goalie, you're not expected to come on, but you're on the bench. You defo saw towards the end of the first half, Emi Martinez was doing that. You should have been ready at half time. You should have been warming up at half time. Why are you playing around with your tape and that? You're gonna get pumped. Some Chelsea youths are gonna score screamers. It's long for you. You're not serious, man. Make me sick. Absolutely make me sick. You would never play for me. You're not gonna make it. Pick for this ish. I don't know how he's England's #1. To be fair, he is crap, but to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Pickford really has put a foot wrong per se for England. Yeah, this Olsen is your name Olsen? Yeah, you're not gonna make it, man. I'll be amazed if you don't concede within the first 5 minutes. And again, Paul Torres is a better man than me. Them Aston Villa players are a better man than me. Anyone that's played Sunday League, you're high-fiving goalkeeping gloves where they go all day, every day, and do all of that. Big up you, look. When's you ran on? Only a goalie's been changed. Second half to kick off in a second, people. We've got 83 lights. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Sancho is a sensible winger. I'm happy with it, with this. Bars on the floor. Gabriel got 18 goals for Arsenal and Jesus got 20 for Arsenal. Forget Jesus. It's over for Jesus, man. It's over, man. But it's not over because you're on big money and you've got a couple years left on your contract. I don't know when you're going to get clipped, but the role you're in, you can't have any complaints. You play when you play. You're not more vital than Trossard. You're not more vital than Saka. You're not more vital than Kai Havertz. You ain't done what Cole Palmer, you got blood on your hands. Don't do that to me again. I was just about to press the timer. He sent me shot. Don't do that, Palmer. I'll beat you up. You're a better footballer than me. I'll beat you up. He fully pump faked me. But yeah, the second half has kicked off. Caicedo's gone long. Oh, that would have been a great touch from Jackson. I don't know what Jackson's complaining about. Yuri Telemans. Camera. Nah, you know what? Maybe it's just a phase of play. But it did look like a back three from Villa at the time. Watkins, that ball needed to go 20 million years ago. And it has. John McGinn's in here against Lavia. John McGinn. It's a big save by Robert Sanchez. Would he have been offside? I don't know. I can't see the flag. Good chance, really. Such has been the performance from Aston Villa. Automatically, that's one of the best things they've done today. Maino got a 5th yellow card. Harsh. Smash the like button. Come on, man. Dykes tried pulling up with Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Everton are in trouble, man. But again, I might be an ignorant non-Everton fan, but it feels like this is Everton every year. Like, this is them. Kalas every year, beat the drop every year, and just keep it moving. Cucurella. And Chelsea also have to manage the game. Of course, you want to score more goals, but like everyone just has to be sensible and just go home with the 3 points. Why is McGinn playing so far up? Maino suspended against us. Maino, I'm telling you, Maino listened at halftime. He listened at halftime to this watch along. He's heard me dissing United. He heard the have you seen my son? He don't want to be a part of it. Signing out. Everton always stink up the league first half of the season and then panic sets in and they survive. I still don't like going to Goodison Park, man. Fulham nearly scored corner for Fulham. I hear it, man, but I don't want to hear nearly, man. Smith Rowe, come on. FPL points. I need to hear that. Have they booed Reece Nelson and Smith Rowe yet? If not, Spurs, the game's gone too woke, utter woke nonsense. Levi Colwill. Cucurella. On your back, Jaden. That's a great touch by Enzo Fernandez. He's found Jackson. Jackson helps it on to Palmer. Palmer, poor pass into Pedro Neto, in all honesty. But Neto's got time to assess his options. Squares it on the edge of the area. Caicedo. Good ball into Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, you got to go back to Caicedo. Not too many options ahead of possession for the Chelsea players. Come on, Red Fire. Big up, Babies. Martinez 5th yellow. Look, you're trolling. You're trolling. Moyes is still the best Everton manager I've seen to date. Better manager for Everton than even Don Carlo. I said this against Real Madrid. I always have to remind myself Carlo Ancelotti was at Everton. Horses for courses with managers. Rey Mysterio. He's not out, man. John Ant's trolling. I'm not gonna lie. I want to hear Lisandro Martinez. He's out. Because then it's Evans, Maguire, and someone else. Fifana. Good flick by Neto. Enzo Fernandez can't bring it under. Olsen. Not sure what Olsen saw there, but how's this Philogene still on, bro? You're just walking around, man. You're not with it. Absolutely not with it. Maino really having second seasonitis, has an identity crisis. Hopefully Amarin can develop him. To be fair with you, I think Maino will be all right. I think Maino was overplayed by United to a degree. And I think they got to let the man, as dumb as it sounds, be a kid, bro. Like be a kid. And he would definitely develop him, man. Because I was watching United training session when he's talking about body positioning with Maino. I mean, some people laugh at that, but body positioning is everything. Even like a good example of that is Jadon Sancho. Like Jadon Sancho has this little move where he'll get the ball on the left. He'll kind of put his left peg over the ball, kind of shift like he's going like that and go the other way. It's a bit like Rafael has that where he rolls a ball. He'll roll a ball with his right peg and then like pull it onto his left and dip. Body positioning and shape is so much, and I think these little things are the difference when in elite football. That's something why Odegaard is so great. That's something why Messi's so great. Like extreme example, of course, but like Messi is the best at that body thing stuff. Like I've seen Messi make a man move without making a ball move. That's why I think Messi's the best beyond the obvious. Like there's such a simplicity into what he does. Like I think peasant football fans are entertained by pointless stepovers in that. It's what action do you do to benefit the team or make the difference? Have Spurs scored? Because I just heard, obviously, I live near the Spurs stadium. I'm hearing them. I'm hearing louder chants. That's obviously the home crowd. Let me not get my hopes up, man. They have. See? They have, innit? Or is that an offside flag? I can't quite make out if that was a sarcastic cheer or not. Man down for Aston Villa, Morgan Rogers. Tough night today. Eden Hazard, another one. It's them things that make the difference. Surely, is Nicholas Jackson surely offside? Flag has stayed down. Fair enough. That's a good ball. Oh, you had. I'm not. Why do the flags take forever to come up? And that's the only thing I don't like about Nicholas Jackson's game. Sometimes, like, you're offside for no reason. Sancho is always facing the opponent goal when he receives it. Very hard to do. Score update. There you have it. Brennan Johnson. See, I knew I heard noise, man. Brennan Johnson's put Fulham behind and Spurs ahead. Fifana's gone back to Robertson Sanchez. Sanchez has passed it to Caicedo. Big fan of the ground Caicedo picks up. To be fair, Caicedo, cursing the commentator, that was a horrible pass from you. But Enzo Fernandez has mopped up. That was hell of aggressive. And to be fair, if Nicholas Jackson scores, fair enough, he didn't. I don't know where the advantage was for Chelsea. Surely Kamara is going into the referee's book there. If he doesn't, he's a lucky man. That was a cynical attempted one. See? When you live where I've lived for years, you don't need to watch the Spurs game. You know when they've scored. I wish I was wrong. See? Told, man. I knew I heard that. You've got to judge it. Like, I can always tell when the away end have scored because it's loud, but it's not as loud. And and I don't. Well, to be fair, my mic's over here, and the Spurs one's obviously going to be a bit louder. I must admit, it's you know what? It's weird. It's weird living near a stadium, yeah, and watching it on TV because obviously, like, it's literally probably a couple of milliseconds, but it's like you hear the yeah, and then you see the goal on TV. Like, it all happens very quickly. It's weird. No automated offside, just poor for EPL product. EPL product is suffering, needs major rebuild. They don't want it. Philogene, how are you still on the pitch, bro? Surely the gaffer said something. No, and for that dive, come off the pitch, bro. Get him off, and he's been booked. Get this guy off the pitch, bro. I don't care about transfer. Get this guy off the pitch. You are shit, man. Can't believe Barca wanted you in that. You're rubbish, man. Horrible attempted dive. Almost as bad as that first touch that led to Chelsea's first. Shameless brother. Like, take him off. Surely the gaffer said to him at halftime, like on an old school thing, you've got 10 minutes. And you're approaching that. Brendan Johnson is a tapping merchant. To be fair, there ain't nothing wrong with scoring tappings. The hardest things to do is score goals, man. Brendan Johnson is a very confusing player. Issue or not, amen. DG same with the Emirates. Right, wait. The United fan, John Ant, lives near the Emirates. Peckham Red indeed. Nicholas Jackson. Cole Palmer. No, Cole Palmer looked like he got caught in two minds. He's got an assist today, but he's moving a bit mad. Johnson has limited talent, but he's really smart, always in the right place to nick a goal. Yeah, man. And to be fair, fuck Spurs, but I'm happy for him because he got a lot of unnecessary. Again, like as much as I don't want to praise Spurs or Spurs fans, I don't think the majority of Spurs fans or any football fans, they can have question marks about a player and their performance. But I feel anyone who's someone, you're not going to be a neek and go in their DMs and abuse them and get at their family and do monkey emotes and the rest of it. But, you know, he deleted his socials. And since then, he seems to be doing well, man. I don't like to see people in life down on their luck. So big him up on that. DG, what you saying, Diaz or Gooner in January? If you could sign either, I'd be great. I think I'd rather Gooner because I think he's a great talent. But I think Diaz is probably more of what we need. I mean, a man can play as a 10, left, right. He just with it. But Barca ain't letting him go. Street saying Rashford's new form is because he's on Love Island milk. He has got a new missus. To be fair, if she's at Goodison Park, wouldn't mind. You know, I can see why he's putting in the form. All I say is Rashford, Dr. Umar settings, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You're moving, man. I guarantee you, if you do the Bukayo Saka thing, the Wakanda, you'll be back. You'll be back. I like Rashford though, man. I'm not a fan of how Rashford's treated in the media. I'm really not a fan of how he's been treated. Like even during the international break, like a man's at a basketball court wearing a chain and people are just vexed. Yuri Telemans. Olsen's gone long. Emre's out of ideas, isn't it? Fofana's lost his footing. Ollie Watkins, can you do it? He fouls Philogene. Philogene, you're shit. You're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. You're not going to make it. You're confirmed. Look, you're not going to make it. Silly skills. One a corner. You're not going to make it. I get this guy off the pitch, man. He's rubbish, man. You're not ready. You're not ready. I think Fofana's day might be done. You know, he's holding his hamstring. His hamstring's boss. I like his boots, though. Big up the Preds. Have Spurs scored again? No, that sounded like a referee call. Big up Dennis Wise in the building. I wonder when Chelsea get a new stadium, man, because every time I've been to Stamford Bridge or look at Stamford Bridge, I'm like, surely that in the next 20 years, I very much doubt you're going to be playing at Stamford Bridge. Corner kick to Aston Villa. It's been a better reaction from Villa, but ultimately he ain't scored. And that's headed over by McGinn. McGinn's holding his head, not sure why. I hope he's all right. What else have we got in the comments? Back from walking the dog. Saul Martinez is out. The game for us is out for the game against us with Man United yellow cards. Is it confirmed? Because that's him and Maino now. I guess having short man syndrome comes at a cost. What's McGinn moaning at? Fofana's still down, by the way, people. All my ballers getting suspended for Arsenal. I got my excuses now. No, injuries happen. We don't want to hear that, like you told us. DJ, I watched your show with Rants. You need to cook this guy more. The hate he has for us is disgusting. Now, I ain't cook no. Big up Rants, man. Rants is cool, man. Rants is cool, man. DG watches too much of the RTM podcast. It's probably my favorite podcast. I know DG might pause me for that. Can't see what you said, but pause. DG Palmer in that half space isn't him. There's too much options, in my opinion, making the wrong decision. He's going to have to get with it because I told Chelsea fans that little right wing thing, it weren't going to last. Not because it can't last. It's just naturally Palmer's going to play inside because you lot got bare wingers. You're probably going to sign another wingers and just fit everyone in. Fofana is still on the floor, people. Surely the end of his day. I mean, he might try to run it off. But that don't look, the way he's walking, that don't look like someone that can play again. Banashile is coming on. Yeah, that's Fofana's done. Hope he's all right. Nah, Lawrence, man. It's a cool guy. More interested in who's available to play for us than United. But nah, Rance did say them United got depth though. So in an ideal world, we beat Man United. I'm pretty sure. Like I know we didn't do the show on a Friday last week. I think it was a Wednesday because Rance had to go somewhere on the Friday. So yeah, ideally Arsenal win that Friday. And nah, man, Rance is cool. Rance is one of the coolest people in the YouTube space, man. I can't lie. Like, yeah, you cannot agree with his opinions and get him, but yeah, man, he's a really helpful guy. I can't lie. I'm not just saying this. Like, he's a very helpful guy, man. You can ask Matisse as well. He's in an industry where, let me be honest, there's a bunch of pussyos. It's a cool guy. That's actually loads of players we can get when I think of it. Kudos is a machine as well. I'd love Kudus. But the problem is now, yeah, when you don't sign Kudus when he's at Ajax, when you don't get Isaac when he's at Sociedad, there's now mad premiums. Jadon Sancho, poor from him. Fortunately for him, Philly Jeans, poor. Cole Palmer. Only really got Pedro Neto to aim for. Finds Neto. Neto, you're going to put that on your left peg and wrap the... Aye! Sent man for a bagel. Hasn't come anywhere. Again, what did we talk about? What do you think? We're at the hour mark, people. Big up, Deluded, Maji. Happy Independence. Didn't know you were Bayesian. As you know, we can't send super chats from our country, but big ups still for real. Nah, man. Just your support's well enough, man. Shout yourself. Shout my Bayesians. We had the chance to get Kudus and we hesitated. There you have it. He's perfect, man. Ahmad is sick. I can't lie. He's like Saka. Ahmad's cold, bro. And it's 4-0 to Man United. Zerksky has scored. Ahmad's cold. That's probably the biggest indicator Ten Hag don't know what he's talking about because I don't know why, but it felt like there was a reluctance from him to play Diallo, and he only really wanted to play Diallo when, like I have to play, you know. Marcus Rashford got a hat trick. I know some of you got him in your FPL. Everton getting slapped. They're getting barebacked, man. United are not pulling out there. Man doing up side hustles as an on-stream referee. Fair play. Who? Shared jokes. Man said squirtsy. VAR. That's a pause. Thought Jorginho was fairly good the other day. Yeah, Uncle did his thing, man. If we start Jorginho, we need to make sure we have a lot of the ball. If not, it'd be long. We need to attack the half spaces, man. Like if they come with a back three, the spaces. We need overloads on the left-hand side, overloads on the right-hand side. They're probably gonna rock up with two actual organic central midfielders, suffocate that. And the best thing you can do against a back three, score some goals, man. Make Amarin Sage, you know what? It's mad. It's going to be a compact and narrow game. You want our wingers in them half spaces because as a back three, they're going to have to play a high line. In a back three in the modern day, their centre-backs are going to have to be braver on the ball. High line, in issues. You've got Kai making those bookie runs. You've got Saka and Martinelli or whoever. Call the cops if you snitch, but not for us. We are the danger. Kai say though, I wish we got you in January and then Declan Rice in the summer. Philly Jean, at least you done something today, intercepted. You must have Emre's nudes or something. How are you still on the pitch? How are you still on the pitch? Awful, brother. You're a good player, but you're awful today. Very awful. All right. Technical. Do you want me to fix it? You gotta stop watching me, man. Like, put me under pressure. Happy now, fella. just for you. Let's make it a bit more, you know what I mean? Yeah, you right now, fella? You right now, mate? Happy granddad. Banner Sheila on the ball. These men will just defend and counter. That's all people do. Block middle and pounce on mistakes. Villa, please score one. You don't even have to draw. Boy, I do think Villa will get one because I just think they have that moment in them. But yeah, that was a great tackle by Caicedo. Luca Dean, how can you be five? Didn't even get you. He didn't even catch you. You're a pussycat. He just won the ball, man. You're lucky. Going snow might be the way DG change players. I say. Hey, listen, everyone can go for everyone. Me, so what kind of take? John Duran's coming on. Ashley Young still looks young, no pun intended. Bro, I'm not going to lie, yeah. Come on. 3-4-6 to the world and back. If you're playing Ashley Young in 2024, you're not serious, bro. Like, you're not. He's had a great career, you know, ironically played for Villa, done his thing at Watford, you know, won things at United, but you're probably playing him as a fullback at this time. Score update. What's this? Yes! Fulham have scored. Go on, Tom Carney. Let me not get excited, but there could be a third here. Nicholas Jackson, too many touches. Or is there a pen shout? I don't know. The ref hasn't pointed to the spot. Is it corner? Is it pen? What? There's no reaction from Nicholas Jackson, so that tells you everything. Big up Jackson. He's been in the wars, but someone needs to tell him clean his face. Konza, that he made a mess of that. Someone tell him to clean his face, man. He's got paint on his head, paint on his everywhere. I'll down that hill, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't rate Konza. I'll trade places with him. He's a professional footballer. No one will convince me that Konza's good. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's not, man. I don't think you're the shit is. Like, I think you're playing at the level you should, but he's not serious, man. Luca Dean. Caicedo gets something on it. That's not a free kick. How, man? Football's gone too woke, bro. How is that a foul for John McGinn? 25 minutes left anyways. It was a mad goal. Come, man. I know some of you have got the link to that on Twitter, man. Let me try find that. You lot are saying it was a good. I hope you lot are not overselling it. Okay, let me see it. It will be. Dancing and that. Squared it to the edge of the area. Okay. Boys, switch on now. Switch on. Switch on. Let's go. Leon Bailey's coming on. Kula one for Spurs. Kulusevski on this. It's long, man. Forgive me, but you're right. It's been coming. I'm not going to get excited. DG, do you think Marco Silva's Fulham coach is underrated? I don't know about underrated, but I think he's doing his thing. I think Fulham have done their thing this season. I swear he was at Hull. He was at Hull and I did rate him because he was doing... I liked him even when... You know when... Like the team's getting smoked, but you still like how they're playing. I did respect him first time straight. It was very good, man. In terms of comparison, he can go as far as Saka, very small. I need to see it. I think for Diallo, you just got to get the body of work. He's a quality player though, man. And pardon me, he's someone that he just needs a chance, man. What is the FPL doing? Is it like a bet you're getting paid after predicting things? Nah, man, it's just fantasy league football. It's just a bit of fun. I think we've been doing it for a couple of years now for the people that are part of it. It just, yeah, I don't know if you're asking me what it actually is. It's long story short, it's like fantasy league, innit? You get an X amount of a budget. There's certain rules, like you can only have 3 players from the same team. You pick your team. Obviously, you know, if you score, clean sheets, assists, these things matter. John Duran goes for a shot, it's blocked. It's just a bit of fun. And then by the end of the season, you know, if you've amassed the most points, then you figure on the league table. It's a bit of fun, man. Really. It's the first year I've taken it a bit more seriously. And I'm not saying I'm going to win it, but taking it a bit more seriously, I'm doing a lot more better. Like I'm 8th out of probably about 400 people in our league. I'll take a top 10 finish. I got 44 points so far this week. Smith Rowe's only got 2. Captain Salah. I should have captain Saka. I tried the thing with the lap. Oh, for flip's sake. Robertson of Fulham's on my bench. Bayanorte's on my bench. I just don't get. He's on my bench. You don't get points. Got 104 likes. God bless you lot, man. Big up DG, buzzing from yesterday's game. Brilliant performance from the boys yesterday. Truly back to our best. Let's keep going. I slightly disagree with back to our best, though, just because I need to see it on a more consistent basis. We're back to winning ways, though. Yuri Tellemans. Is that Ross Barkley? You know what? Yeah, I don't know why, but every time I see Ross Barkley in a Villa shirt, I just remember at the Emirates a few years ago when it was Jack Grealish and Barkley, and they absolutely. There's not like I'd have to start swearing in it. They did us dirty. I like Robertson. Big up Iwobi. He's in a good patch of form. Fulham recruited very well. Bought Smith Rowe, didn't they? Lavia. I mean, there's been a reaction from Villa in the second half, but how far does reaction go? Because he ain't scored. Not really put the keeper under any pressure. There's a bit of pride in the performance. How Philogene is still at. Well, now, thank the Lord, Philogene's off. I just deeped it. It's Leon Bailey. So, yeah, big up you lot, man. It's nice to watch the game with you lot. Defo Marty game. Jadon Sancho. Can Chelsea get the third? He goes for the shot. It's deflected. Surely that's a corner. It is a corner. 20 minutes left. Don't remind me of that game. They bopped us from start to finish. Barkley was mocking, holding in our own box, buoying us. Atalanta gave us the Black Messi for 30 mil. Shameless. Madueke and Christopher Nkunku coming on. Nicholas Jackson is coming off. You can tell Madueke is a cocky prick, innit? I like Nicholas Jackson, man. Fuck your club, but pick up your thing. I like you, man. Christopher Nkunku on. Madueke on. So who's the second sub? Jadon Sancho. Josh Denzel's off. Pre-assist in that, though. Big up Sancho, but that was a tired one from United fans to try and throw him into the Saka debate. There's levels, man. Cole Palmer to take this in swinging corner. Overhit slightly, but it's still in the box. I think it hit Colwill. Madueke puts it back in. It's not been dealt with by Villa. Just as I said that, Luka Dean headed it, thumped it clear better yet. John Duran, Matty Cash. Duran back on the ball here. I mean, but how long did it take Emery to throw on Duran and Watkins? At this point, all you can do is just mess up Chelsea's clean sheet and give the analytical department something to review. Corner kick to Villa. By the way, folks. Corner for Spurs. I imagine Spurs are going to end up scoring. DG, Madueke or Garnacho. I'd rather Garnacho, but I'd rather Madueke. I'd rather Garnacho. My bias was to say Garnacho, but Madueke. I'd rather Madueke hold Arsenal's bench. Spurs are so confusing this season. DJ, I said Young Spray was doing up a side hustle as an on-stream ref, as he always quick to draw. Yeah, look, oh shit. Nkunku not feeling it. Kulusevski usually runs like he's about to fall. United fans were whining when Amorim played him right wing back. Now he's putting in a man of the match performance. So sometimes you have to let the gaffer do gaffer things. Another corner kick to Aston Villa. It's going to have to be a decent delivery from you, Telemans. Villa are sixth ahead for set pieces, sixth for headed goals as well this season. The ref has temporarily stopped things. Is he going to talk to people, having a bit of argy-bargy, or is there something else going on? What's wrong with the ref? Brother, the ball's not even involved. What's going on with the ball? Why did he kick the ball that's already off even further? And bearing in mind, that's not the football that's about to be delivered by this... Okay, ref. And the linesman's flag's gone up for some reason. For what? Duran looks like he's ready to bag. DG, we doing a City Liverpool watch along? Yes, we are, my friend. Yes, we are. From 3:50, 10 minutes, 10 minutes from kickoff, I'll be live again. And then after that, we'll end the day in terms of live content. We're just having a little quick stream about Arsenal Football Club, man. So yeah, we will be there. We will be there. Martinez and Mayno will miss the game against us. They were still going to hold 5 with or without them. You know, Emery hype, man. Hyping up the guy. I like Emery, man, but they were hyping it, man. They were hyping it, man. Second half, Villa have had 4 shots, 1 on target, which is still on brand with how the first game was. Big up you lot. Big up you lot on TikTok. 600 followers. Just want to get to 1,000 just to see if I can do it. Big up you lot. Cole Palmer. Oh, has he? Oh, is it about to be free? Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. Hey, they're disgusting. Trying to do too much though. Maybe could have passed it there. Cole Palmer last season probably makes that free. Enzo gives it back to Palmer. Palmer, you're gonna pass it to your teammates. Finds Cucurella. Oh, not him. Pedro Neto has gone to this left-hand side or on this left-hand side. He said Leon Bailey for a bagel. Throw in deep in Aston Villa territory. I know their chest is high right now. We better press United's chest on Wednesday. 100%, man. They're doing way too much. Caicedo is Chelsea's best player along with Palmer this season. He's looking like the baller that was at Brighton. Finally found his feet. You know, you get a decent system, a manager who knows what they're doing. The players look a lot better. Cucurella's throw. Not sure what Nkonku was trying to do there, but he didn't bring it under control. Brandon Sheilo completely clattered into the Aston Villa man. John Duran. Amra's press killing these Everton defenders. Only a matter of time before they start comparing players and managers to Liverpool, City, Arsenal. We know how they are. I just know Amorim will set up the nasty mid-block on Wednesday. Boy. Konza. 15 minutes to go, folks. I'm not going to lie. Aston Villa's second choice keeper, specifically at playing with his feet and passing the ball, he looks a lot more comfortable than Emi Martinez off that. Of course, Emi Martinez is a better keeper. Barkley, don't know what you was doing there against your former team, but you've given it away cheaply. Lavia. Enzo Fernandez to Pedro Neto. Neto gives it to Cucurella. Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez. What's he going to make happen? Enzo. Palmer. Back here with Pedro Neto. He took it under with his chin. He's got to manage the game, Chelsea. Well, they have been. Who went to Nkonku for a cut price? This guy is food. You're too onto him. Ten Hag must actually be... Ten Hag was dead, man. Well, there's so many things. Ten Hag never took accountability. Like Amorim, even when United have won, he says, we weren't good at that, this, that, the other. Ten Hag will just tell you, I've won 2 trophies and I've done this. You bought half of your Ajax players. They were crap. Everybody, the players have to take responsibility, but everyone at United was rubbish. You're not playing Diallo. You look, you're not doing nothing. Like, there's not a single, Ten Hag, history will be kind to you, innit? Because history is not going to necessarily remember how rubbish you were at United. It's going to, you won 2 trophies, but you were stealing a living. Nkonku, Hernandez, Cucurella. I thought he was going to go for the shot. Weren't the best of passes to Neto. Neto still puts it into the box. It's half been dealt with. Barkley to Bailey. Leon Bailey, you're by yourself, brother. Whoa, Leon Bailey, too much on that. Back here with Chelsea, sums up their day. No accountability. There was nothing Ten Hag was good at apart from being shit. There was no style of play as well. There was nothing with Ajax. Onana, there was no plan for playing out from the back. Whether United won, lost, or drawn, they were playing the same way. They weren't winning because of Ten Hag. They were winning in spite of Ten Hag. Like, Ten Hag just stunk up the place in many ways. Like, He might be the worst, and probably not, I'm exaggerating, but he might be the worst manager I've seen at United post Alex Ferguson, mainly because of how he carries himself. At least Louis Van Gaal, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jose Mourinho, at least there was some accountability. This man had zero cojones, man. Zero cojones. And like, listen, I'm not here to gas up Man United, but it's probably the biggest job in the land, biggest club in the country. You've got to stand up tall like a man and just say things for what they are. Just a weasel, really. And you know, how many times did he, pardon my language, did he spend bitching about like months later? Oh yeah, but you know, the offside against Arsenal, guys, and it weren't offside as well. Gabriel done it. It was offside. Gabriel did a madness. No accountability, bro. Just bare problems, no solutions. Leon Bailey, I don't mind if he scores. Jamaica. Less of that. I saw in the paper, Ten Hag's was actually in Manny like last week or the week before. He was at his favorite restaurant, wherever that is. Damn, man said answer to the devil. Damn, man, I mean, we all got answer to God one day. Not the devil's not God, but damn, like tranquillo. Fulham playing some good football right now. Need that winner. I just think Spurs are gonna get that winner, man. I need a Spurs draw though. I need some one of the pagans needs to take an L today. There's gotta be something. Chelsea bus case. Spurs, yeah. Come on, Fulham. Smith Rowe, come on, man. Enzo Fernandez. Been good today. Colwill. For Bants, I would love to play 2 minutes in a Prem game, man. This is you know what? We're very desensitized. You know how fast this thing is happening? You have to know what you're doing before you know what you're doing. If that don't make sense, it makes sense if you know. Pardon me, VAR looking at a red card for Fulham on Khan. You see, done. The last minute winner's pending. You see? He's gone. 0 to hero. Ten Hag co-signed Mount and Sancho transfers while he played against us. Bro, you bought... The only ex-Ajax Don you bought that was good was Mazawari. He's been a very quality signing, but De Ligt looked shaky at the time. Under Amorim could be a different player, but he looked shaky. Bro, you spent peas on Anthony. What's going on there? You was doing... There's just bare things you was doing that stunk up the place. Busting up with players. Like, there's just bare things why Ten Hag was rubbish. Ten Hag was a classic case online on your CV, and then you're actually asked to do the job, and you're, oh my God, we shouldn't have lied here. Spurs cosplaying as Robin Hood again today. Fulham are down to 10 men. It's done. Last minute Spurs header. It's done. It's done. It looks like everybody's safe this week. Everyone's safe this week, man. Caicedo, you're gonna get fouled, lad. You're gonna get fouled. Good run from Caicedo. Running into a blind alley, though. You need to pass it. Palmer. Cole Palmer. Ooh, that was silly from Barkley. He did lose his footing. Free kick to Chelsea. To be fair with you, Cole Palmer's been a bit so-so today. Rashford snatching at his hat-trick. He's not built for this level. Harsh, man. Man scored a hat-trick. Leave the guy alone, man. United fans are harsh, man. You don't get at the players you need to get at. Oh, he's not on a hat-trick. I thought you lot said Rashford had a hat-trick. He's got 2. To be fair, him or Josh Rezertsky, he's going to get 2. Who's going to get the 3rd? Right, Everton, man. Mad thing for you lot. What's the table saying? Who's in the relegation race? To be fair, I still think Everton are cool because I think Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton are gone. But right now, Palace could go. Palace look worse than Everton, but Everton look bad. Leicester look bad. Palace look bad. Wolves have drawn themselves out. Southampton are gone. Ipswich are gone. Hey! Even in a so-so game, Cole Palmer gets on the score sheet. Cole Palmer, it's a good finish. Gets a goal and an assist. Very good finish. Cole Palmer doing Cole Palmer stuff. Game, set, match, pass the pad. The fat lady has sung. Only the 1 goal conceded in the half of Villa. Finish, lad. Bit of fortune. But that's why you don't allow Cole Palmer to strike on that left peg. Poor, nobody's picking him up. Taking a touch, taking another one to guide it. Slightly falling over. But it don't matter. It's a good finish. Cole Palmer caresses it into the far post. Villa, go yard, man. Go yard, man. Go yard, go yard, go yard. It's over, man. Emre. Tired. 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 Boy, it is what it is. Looks expected wins will happen. Not looking good for City. Did Spurs score? All hopes are on Spurs bottling. Fastest player to score 30 goals in the Premier League for Chelsea. Cole Palmer has 46. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank had 41. And then there's a bunch with slightly more. It's gone off screen. 7 minutes left. It could get worse. O'Neill is done. I like him as a manager, but Wolves is looking peak, man. It's looking peak. Ahmad down. Better not be serious. Boy. Looks like expected wins will happen. Not looking good for City. Buendia's come on. Emre, bro, you've given it's 3-0. There's 6 minutes left. You're just giving man minutes for the sake of minutes now. Luca Dean. Yeah, Villa is peak, man. Can have Kivio if you want. Shalfik, that's never a foul. Madueke, you're shameless. Dead. Dead. That should be a yellow card for diving. That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. Madueke, that's dead. Yes, you know what you did. That was tired, Madueke. That was tired. That was tired. You know what you did? You overread. That was tired from Madueke. Oh, it's for Paul Torres. Fair enough, you bought that. That was a dive. Fair enough, Madueke. Gusto coming on. Felix coming on. I keep forgetting Felix is there. Palmer's off. You might as well. I can't lie. You're violating Maresca. Bring on that gooey, you man. Bring on the gooey. Why? Oh, Palmer's all right. He's kind of limping. Maybe it's just a match thing. Lavia's off. Good for Lavia to get 85 minutes still. I like Gusto, man. I like him at Arsenal. John Duran hype. See, I knew don't put these youths in my team in FPL. Emery ain't doing no upsets. Boy, perfect day for Chelsea, boy. No goals conceded, nothing. Buendia, they tried to hype you, man. Better than Odegaard, who? Saki Amamu, dickhead. You didn't even deserve that, Buendia. You didn't even gas it. You didn't even say none of that. Apologies, my dad. In fact, no apologies. I don't apologize. The fuck? I meant that shit. Anywho, Madueke's been given a yellow. So Madueke and Paul, I don't know, man. Ref doing ref stuff. Nah, definitely not, mate. I'm shameless. I said it. Chelsea are in the title race. Run that. I need a 6-0 versus Emirates at the Emirates revenge for last season. Man, you know when we play Villa, it's different. Enter Emre can Jesus too. What does that mean? Can have Jesus too. Oh, Villa 12th now. Villa hype. Zertsky, more GA than Jesus and Sterling together. Yeah, them man are rubbed. Has he got more than Gabriel Magalhaes, centre half? All right, then. We can all do the stupidness. We can all do foolishness if that's what we want to do. We can all do the nonsense. Lisandro Martinez more bookings than man of the match performances. We can all do foolishness. If we want to do foolishness, let me know. There's no title race, just a top three race. United, they love it. Let them. United fans are the gift that keeps giving. Like Paul Pogba said, United fans know very little about football, man. Max Dolmans with the under-21s. Yay. I think it's weird, man, that the Romanos and all these guys regularly waffling on a regular basis, waffling about the about about a 14-year-old. It's weird, man. We just start making Arsenal youth content again. Buen dia, oof. I should have went and watched the under 21s, to be fair. Tellerman's crying and waffling about something. Ref, just end the game, man. Fulham almost. Come on. Big up the Vegas. Instead of praising their team performance, first thought is comparing to Arsenal. Why are they comparing their star young signing to Jesus and Sterling? They say Arsenal fans are obsessed with their club. All I'm saying is, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson stops paying off referees. There's a United demise. DG, can you compare Ethan Sealing to a player? Not really. World's his oyster. How bad do you want it? Oh, still can't. There's somehow there's 5 minutes of added on time. Harry Wilson's having a decent little season, man. Ortega starts over Edison. I mean, you saw Edison's error in midweek, like, bro, mad. Like, Edison is the sickest, shittest keeper I've ever seen. Like, he's such a good keeper, but he's crap at the same. Like, he's not all. That's why I prefer Allison, innit? Like, both of them at their peak powers. Like, Edison, good keeper, but he would just. You're not like you keepers are mad anyways, but Edison's not there. Like, Allison knows I'm a goalie. Edison, I genuinely feel, wants to play in central midfield, wants to play in defense. 4 minutes of added on time, folks. The ref's deep, man. The ref's just prolonging the misery for Aston Villa. Big up the Villa fans, boy. You lot could beat the trains right now. Get on the train, the district line from Fulham Broadway to Victoria, Victoria to Euston, Euston. You know, trains go to Brum, innit? Pardon me, salvage your Sunday, man. Because your club's not serious at all. Three minutes of added on time, folks. Left. Oh, I thought they get... Wait, Cole Palmer, man of the match? Palmer's been calm, but like, bro, what? Lavia's been better than him. Caicedo silently went about his business and done well. Jackson's on the work rate got underrated, but I guess, you know, Palmer scored, he got an assist. It's lazy, you know. I can't say he doesn't deserve it, but I feel that that's the sort of lazy stuff that the punditry stuff do, man. That's the problem with this country. My team finally in the top half of the table again. Your manager's got a Rolex and wears designers, man. Let's hope by Wednesday he's still there. 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining, folks. See what happens here. Right. The Premier League loves hyping Palmer. Palmer's cold, but I mean, it's lazy. Cucurella's had a decent performance. Captain Palmer, stat padding for my FPL. Cucurella or Caicedo, man of the match. Fulham will be happy with a point. Hey, has it confirmed though? Like, don't do this to me. Only the United game's done. Cucurella on the ball. Inter added on time in the Spurs game. Come on. You know what? My heart can't take it for them, man. Madueke. Ooh. João Felix, that pass was poor, man. Killed him. Liverpool City next, folks. Where, again, we will be doing a watch-along. The work don't stop. It's been a fantastic way to start this Sunday, and it's always fantastic to be here with you lot again. There's a link. We better slap United on Wednesday. Rant's getting too giddy with all due respect. Solanke returning me a 0. Solanke's not, he's not in the squad, isn't it? Archie Gray got subbed off after 8 minutes. Them star boys there. Why? There must be something to it. Damn. Violation. 20 seconds left. The Aston Villa keeper just said, you know what, forget all of that. I'm going long, man. Look, he's just wasting time. He's gone long. The rest violating. He didn't even finish the last 7 seconds. Well, that's it. Chelsea, perfect performance. 3 goals, clean sheet. Good day at the office. Cole Palmer. Wait, who scored? Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson, and Enzo Fernandez. Villa were crap. Crap. The individuals that went out there were crap. The lineup was crap. The way they went about it was crap. Everything was dead in it. That's why they're in that, people. So, yeah, as that's 1-1 with fostering goals, a good result. It ends a 1-1 during the Fulham Spurs game. People, we will be watching the main event today, which is Liverpool against City. And I'll see you lot in about 22 minutes. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for smashing the like button. Big up you lot on Twitch. I'll see you lot in 20 minutes and we go again.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
I think it's like